Is it now time for Chiesa to grab this opportunity and shine? Leoni is injured and Tom's already warned me, don't speak about this. I don't care about 5 cents. We've been
it's even worse when there's just 2 fucking people on the screen.
Upamecano has been linked to a move to the Reds, and Konate continues to be linked to Real Madrid. People, it's one of your favorite shows of the week. It's Kopish Kollab Live. The man with a little name and big reputations here. Don't know where Husam is and the rest of the guys, but we're going to get going. Let's get into it.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-Ish.
See, now you're tuning in. It's the main free back again. Ripping LFC till the end, so go on, tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions. We the best, we come again. Kop-Ish clean up in every region. Elevation in every season. Cal dropping all the fast match, dropping real rap. And Drifty go on, tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kop-Ish. This is Kop-Ish. Reppin' Liverpool to the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kop-Ish. This is Kop-Ish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-Ish.
Yes, lovely people. Hope you're well. Do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, make sure you click the links in the title, links to Tom's channel, who is going to be making content, because we spoke before the show and he promised he's going to make content. And
I was threatened. I was threatened. I just want to see my family again.
Mr. Little, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. That intro. It's funny when it's just 2 people on screen. There's nowhere to fucking hide. I feel like you're just staring directly at me. At least before, when there's like 5 people, I can imagine you staring at someone else. Not very intimate.
Bro, let's start with Crystal Palace, because we have them tomorrow. 2 unbeaten teams in the league. Obviously, we've got a perfect record so far. Crystal Palace haven't lost in 17 in total, which is incredible for them. Can I ask you, out of all the previous results we've had at Selhurst Park, which has been your favourite and why?
We're going to the archives, aren't we? So we had 1-0 last year. That was a shit game, but Diogo scored, so it's always going to have a nice memory now.
Yeah.
The year before that was 2-1. The Elliott last minute winner. Again, shit game, but a nice moment. The year before that was the 0-0 where fucking Henderson blocked the free. That one ranks high up just because of how stupid that fucking moment was. He ran in the way of it. He ran in the way of it. The year before that was 3-1. I enjoyed the 3-1 when Ox scored, Van Dijk scored, Fabinho scored.
Yeah, Jota won the penalty at the end.
Yeah. Penalty's a strong word.
It was given and it was converted as a penalty.
Mm-hmm. Then you had the 7-0. I actually didn't enjoy the 7-0 as much.
Is that because there's no fans?
No fans is a big thing. I also I could see there was a problem emerging with the system
after that game.
No, because we were getting caught too many times against the Palace team that wasn't very good.
Bro, we beat them 7-0. Like, that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, but we were getting caught defensively. I know we didn't concede, but we got caught defensively. What was the day before that? 2-1 for Firmino last 5 minutes.
That was the season before. Oh, no, you're right. 2-1, yeah, Firmino, yeah.
Because the year before that one, 18-19, was the 2-0 on the second game of the season.
No. That was... Hold on. Yes, you're right. Mane got the final.
And 17-18 was also 2-1. Was it? Yeah, it was also 2-1. Salah and Mane. And then the one for me, my favourite one, was the 16-17 4-2.
The one before that, we won 2-1 with a late Benteke penalty.
Yep, and a Firmino intercepts a pass from the keeper and puts it in. And then the year before that, we lost 3-1 when Ricky Lambert scored his first ever Premier League goal for us. And then we don't talk about what happened in 13-14 at that ground.
No, we don't.
But yeah,
you
for me,
all those records, bro, and those results. I know Palace is a difficult place for us to go because we always have
a good record there, don't we?
We've got to say fantastic. Look at all the results you just read out. How good are those results, bro?
And yet, every time we're going into the build-up of the game, we're sitting there going, I fucking hate Selhurst Park.
Yeah.
It's a bogey ground, that one.
But I think that's blown out of proportion because of what happened with the whole Istanbul. Without Istanbul, I don't think anyone sees it as a ground
that's blown out of proportion because of that run we had from the away game 30-14 to It was
Yeah, but
even.
it was only
even
13,
16,
14, and
17.
14, 15.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? We factored in the home losses that we had to them as well, because we lost 2-1 to them at home in
Yeah,
15,
when
16.
Benteke got a brace.
No, we lost 2-1 to them the year after when Benteke got the brace. Before that,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Kabay and Scott Dan. One of the only
Yes.
games
Oh,
I've
yeah,
ever went to that we
I
lost.
was at that game as well.
I was at it. One of the only games I
Yeah.
ever went to that we lost. And then 14, 15, Gerard's last home game, lost 3-1.
Yeah, that hurt.
So like we had a run where we couldn't beat
We
Palace.
went one up. We went 1-0 up in that game with through Lallana as well. Lallana took a beautiful goal in that game.
And then we just fucking Balassi took the piss out of Dejan Lovren for the remaining 85 minutes.
He did. He really did.
It's that run where we couldn't beat Palace that I think has put the stigma in people's heads that it's a really dodgy place. It's a dodgy team for us. I mean, even then, recent years has not been all plain sailing. Drew the last game of the season, all that didn't really matter. Lost the year before that, which kind of fucked the title up.
Yeah.
So they're a good team. We've played them this year and already drew because it's a draw. We lost the trophy. We drew the game.
Yeah.
But so we know what they're about. They're a good side. Like you said, unbeaten the 17, one of the best runs they've been on in the club's history, I assume. You just got to focus on getting the 3 points and doing what you can do.
I hear it. So I'm going to put you on the spot, bro. I've given my prediction. I went with a 2-1 Liverpool win. What are you saying?
4-1.
Wow, you're crazy. Glasner, we're not beating Glasner.
I don't do no predictions, Callum. You got to understand this. I'm going for Salah to get 1. Isak to get
4-1. When was the last time a Glasner team was beaten 4-1?
You have a look. Well, it wasn't the last 17 games.
Yeah, obviously. You are joking, right?
No, deadly serious. 4-1.
You know Monday's going to be a dark show for you if we don't win this game or if we don't win 4-1, right?
Mate, I'm fucked anyway on Monday shows, so I'll be back.
Yeah, it's very true. We all are, to be fair.
When was the last time they lost 4-1? They lost 5-1 to Arsenal on the 21st of December 2024.
So almost a year ago.
Yeah, you know, we need to keep the tradition of a big loss every year. But yeah, I'll go Salah to get 1, Isak to get 2, and my boy Fede to get the 4.
We're going to speak about Chiesa in a bit. Just while sticking on Crystal Palace, what's been your favourite goal scored by a Liverpool player at Selhurst Park?
You pick between Bobby Firmino goals. He had a special thing. I love the chip in 16-17.
Yeah, beautiful ball through by Henderson and just the first time dink of a Mandanda.
He doesn't have to stop his stride, doesn't have to do anything. He's literally just run onto it, foot right under it. Beautiful technique. Great little celebration on the side. You even got the one in 2020, 2021, the 7-0, his second goal.
Oh, the first touch and then outside the foot.
Yeah, the first touch outside the foot, chip into the side of just in at the near post. Another beautiful one. We scored some good goals there as well.
Salah in that 7-0.
Yeah, the Elliott one. The Elliott one as well. I really like the Elliott one. In the last minute, where he just grabs the game by the scruff of his neck, takes it inside to, wraps it bottom right corner. I got someone. I like some of the goals we scored. But see that more I think about it, the second Bobby Firmino goal was probably better just because of how ridiculous that first touch is.
It was ridiculous. Like I think Robbo played the ball across from him and then he just killed it dead. And
was it Robbo or was it Salah?
Salah came off the bench in that game.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna actually look it up now. I thought it was Salah who played the pass.
I'm almost certain it was Robbo who made the assist.
Well, we're gonna find out right now, aren't we? Oh yeah, I forgot Minamino scored this game. This was the opening goal. This was the.
So if I'm not mistaken, Minamino.
Oh my god, we're on about separate goals. You're on about his first goal, the one where Robertson crosses it in. Firmino takes that.
Oh yeah, we are. Oh, you're talking about the left foot dink.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, I'm talking about the other one.
The one where he gets it played across from Salah, takes a little touch on his right, and then a left foot dink over the keeper and the centre back
That
right
one
there.
was Robbo. Yeah, the one I was talking about was Robbo.
I mean, you've got 3 great ones there. I mean, the Mane goal that game was decent as well.
Yeah, it was.
One of the fucking 80 scored all season.
Yeah. Well, do you know I was giving a chat a little quiz this morning for the morning show. Salah's got 9 goals and 5 assists against Crystal Palace, and Mane got 10 goals against them just for Liverpool. Like them two just absolutely took liberties with Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolute liberties.
Mane got 10.
Mane got 10.
So 16-17, he didn't score home or away. I think he missed the home games. He was injured. 17-18, he scored away and he scored at home. He scored the 1-0 win. 18-19, scored away, scored at home in the fourth. He only got 1 in the home game.
In the 4-3, he only got 1. He got the final goal in the 4-3.
Yes, which definitely went out and we just played on anyway.
The game was continued. It didn't go out.
19-20, he scored 2. He scored 1 in the away, 1 in the home. 2020, 2021, scored 2, 1 in the away, 1 in the home. 21-22 was last season. Didn't score away. He was at AFCON, and at home
He scored a brace? No, he didn't score. Did he score? He scored a brace in that game, I think.
No. He got 1. He got 1 because we won 3-0. Salah scored at the back post when he took his shirt off for when he thought it was like a last time.
We won that game. Wasn't it 3-1 or was it 3-0? Because Robbo got the final goal in that, right?
No, you're on about Wolves. You're on about Wolves.
Wolves, you're right. It was Wolves.
Crystal Palace was 3-0. It was at the start of the season. It's when Naby Keita scored the volley.
Yes.
Off the corner. Mane scored the opener that day, I think. So Mane's was always just like home and away, bang, home and away, bang, home and away, bang, home, home. Salah's probably something similar, to be fair. I think Salah's had a couple in bunches, though.
Yeah.
So, like, Ela got 2 goals in a game.
Yeah, he got 2 in that 7-0.
Yeah, so, like, I'm trying to think of any of the times we've beaten them all. There hasn't actually been that many. 20.
Sorry, you'll never walk around. Clavan last minute was against Burnley, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that was against Burnley. You know what one I forgot, Cal? Mane actually scored 2 in the second game in 2020-21, didn't he? He scored both the goals in the 2-0 on the last day.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's the
one
game
on the corner.
Yeah.
The one on the corner, and then the one which he takes on the left foot, smashed into the corner. See, this is fun. I'm with someone who actually remembers stuff. I don't have to correct people.
Yeah.
This is fun. We can go down memory lane.
Someone's like, I've never seen Cal and Tom before by themselves. Little awkward, but I like it. Liverpool 67. I haven't tried that. I've got a cold. This isn't actually my sinus issue. I've genuinely got a cold at the moment, so that's why I'm in a bit of a bad way. Right, before we continue, please do make sure you head over to okjersey.com, our channel sponsor at the moment. Best jerseys football can get for £15, guys. £15. If you use the promo code Kopish, you get a further 8% off this season's kits, last season's kits, and retro kits as well, guys. Make sure you head over to okjersey.com for your football jerseys and more. So, Tom, let's pivot now. So we spoke about Crystal Palace. We've done that. Against Southampton,
we played 90 minutes of football. You were on the pitch for 90 minutes.
He was on the pitch for 90 minutes. Chiesa came up with 2 assists, played right wing, left wing, and 10, and put in a man of the match performance. Do you think Chiesa's starting to change the narrative around his Liverpool career? And do you think he's actually going to get a fair chance to prove that he is the player that he once was?
The narrative around his Liverpool career, I think, has always been a bit harsh. He was fucked from the start last season because he didn't have a pre-season, and the manager trusted him initially at the start, and he got some mad injury after West Ham, I think, or was it after his sub appearance in the Premier League? I can't remember exactly which one. And then he was out again until December, so he was never really had the chance to get up to speed. This year, he's been relied on a little bit more. Obviously, he got fucked out the Champions League squad initially. But he's been relied on a little bit more. He's always had the quality. Even last year when he got the opportunities, you could see he had quality. He just wasn't fit and he wasn't up to speed. This year, I think that we're starting to see it a bit more. I thought he was brilliant against Southampton, one of the only good players against Southampton. I don't think he'll start as much as I want him to start on Saturday because I just love him. I don't think he does because he played 96 minutes or whatever it was on Tuesday. I keep forgetting whether it was Tuesday or Wednesday. It was Tuesday. So I don't think he starts, and I think we've kind of got to keep him on the bench just in case we need him to cover striker. We can't necessarily start him, then have to take him off, and then have to take Isak off as well and play U up top. So I think he's kind of limited there as well. But I'd like to think he's worked his way back into the manager's plans a little bit more than what he had last year. I'd like to think that he's given the manager the right kind of problems in terms of the selection at the minute. So I'm buzzing for him. It's hard not to like Chiesa.
Yeah, he's very likable.
He says all the right things. He does all the right things. He works hard. He's the pit, and he's never vocal in his because he's not going to be happy with his role.
No,
he's not going to be happy,
especially with World Cup year coming up as well.
Yeah, like he'll be wanting to go to that World Cup, won't he?
Because he's not been in the squad recently, has he?
No, because the manager won't pick him. Whilst there's the whole sort of he's not playing enough. Their manager wants him to play, so he might miss out on this World Cup. But the one thing that he's always been professional. He's always said he loves the fans, he loves the club. He'll play the role that he's given. He could have angled for a move this summer. He really could have, especially after that goal against Bournemouth, which put him back on the radar for a lot of teams. Yeah. But he was good and he was fair with it, and I'll always have a lot of time for Federico Chiesa on that front.
Yeah,
and I hope he does get his chances because I think that the left wing spot, as much as I don't think it's as big a problem as people make out, I'm not going to lie and say that there's not an opportunity to get in there and take it.
What was that? Hold on, repeat yourself, Tom, because a week ago this was very different. Go on, bro.
As much as I think left wing isn't a problem, there is an opportunity for someone to take left wing, and he might.
If it's not a problem, why would there be an opportunity?
Because Gakpo's played a lot of minutes and he needs a rest.
Word, yeah.
Yeah.
What about Rio? Said Rio is enough.
Rio is enough, but Federico Chiesa's got wonderful flexibility, and you don't want to. If a player has such a good game, you don't want to see him benched again, do you?
Yeah, no, you're right. Mad, this isn't it? Mad, crazy.
Did you hold on, Carl? Let's be fair and honest though. Did you think before Chiesa showed it against Southampton, Federico Chiesa could still perform on the wing?
Yeah,
because
I've actually wanted him to compete with Gakpo for the left wing because I think he's better on the left wing than he is on the right. His game on the right wing, I think, is more limited. I think his game on the left, I think he's able to do more things.
I think I was just a little bit concerned that he'd lost a yard of pace.
He has, but all right. I'm going to ask a question again. I'm not taking a mick here. I think over a long distance, Gakpo's quicker. Over a short distance, would you say Gakpo's still quicker than Chiesa?
I think Gakpo's deceptively quick in the short distance, though.
I don't think he is. Not in the short distance. When Gakpo gets a run going, it's very hard to stop him.
No, I think Gakpo, so Gakpo's problem is he has really good initial, the first step for Gakpo is dead good, but then he doesn't build up a head of steam until about 5 steps later. So it's like a, whereas Chiesa, I don't think he's got I don't think he's as quick as Gakpo, but I do think Chiesa's acceleration is more consistent over 5 yards. So if he's sizing someone up, he's going to get past them. Because when I look at Gakpo size someone up, Gakpo always gets past the man, and then the man catches him up. And then if he's got enough space, he'll burn him. So he's quick on the initial step, but then doesn't have the acceleration to keep that going until a little bit later. I don't know why. Whereas Chiesa can burn someone over 5 yards, and then they start catching them up. And he doesn't have that extra sort of burst again. So, Daniel Munoz is on the left for or the right for Palace. He's a relatively quick fullback. That's kind of the
he's a machine. He's an absolute machine.
He's just up and down. He's
Yeah.
ridiculous. The thing that worries me about that then is the manager's probably going to want a winger who he trusts defensively. And can we say
Cody struggled against him in the Community Shield?
He did, but he's got to look at the fucking options that he's got. He's either got Chiesa, who he barely trusts it with anything, let alone a defensive responsibility. Rio, who he's not going to put 90 minutes in against one of the best wing backs. It's going to have to be Gakpo, because Gakpo can at least win aerial duels against them. It's if they play in behind them. I think that it'll be interesting to see how we play it tactically, because in the Community Shield, he pushed our left back and one of our DMs onto their 10s, so we could have Konate and Van Dijk free on Mateta. But what that meant was, who was on that? Ismail Assar. I don't think he's fit, but Ismail Assar.
No, he is fit. He is fit.
Is he?
Which is bloody annoying, he's got a very good record against us.
Mm-hmm. He'd drop dead deep. Kerkers would follow him, which would then just leave this massive fucking gaping hole on our left-hand side, which Gakpo would then not see until late, by which time Gehi or Eze played the long ball over the top and Muez had 5 yards on him. So I'd like to think the manager clocked onto that and will adjust that, and then you can limit a lot of the threat. But as much as I'd like Chiesa to start, I do think it'll be a Gakpo job just because of who they've got and the way that we played in the Community Shield.
If you were manager, who would you start on the left wing going into this game?
Chiesa.
Don't worry, it's a safe space. You're
Chiesa. I just can't drop someone.
Wow! Say that again.
It's Chiesa. I'd start Chiesa.
Vel. It's been my favorite Friday show so far.
I can't. No, but Cal, you've got to bear in mind the context here. I still think Gakpo is the better option on the left, but I can't not give the opportunity to the lad who won me the last game when no one else wanted to. He deserves the opportunity to start a Premier League game again. Also, is this fuck a safe space? When you called it a safe space, you got fucking Vel on me.
I just say make sure Vel has the information and material that he needs as a content editor. So that's all I wanted to help Vel with there. Can I ask you a question regarding Gakpo? Do you think the introduction of Isak into the team will actually help or hinder Gakpo's place in the starting 11 and how he operates? Because he is someone who does like to cut in sometimes and cross the ball to the back post. Now, typically Isak doesn't take up that position.
Just sometimes. Just sometimes.
All right, fair. But if he crosses the back post, if Isak's in the middle, Salah can always bring the ball down and pass it to Isak, or Salah can shoot, or it just opens up options now that I think we have a focal point in the box. Or do you not think that will really matter?
It depends on the Gakpo that we get, though. If we get the Gakpo that's cutting inside and actually putting the good crosses in, then we might get somewhere. But right now, we're getting the Gakpo that wants to cut inside and just shoot every time.
Sorry to interrupt you, Tom. The ultimate alpha male, the one and only, that Mr. I'll take your girl and change her philosophies, has decided to join us 32 minutes into the stream. Mr. Husam, welcome, bro. You all right, bro?
Guys. Hi. Big up to all of you. I just want to say one thing.
There we go.
Kop-Ish is pound for pound the best Liverpool channel on YouTube, but they are the worst communicators of all time. As of this second, I am 3 minutes late, not 33 minutes late.
Tom, why are you not?
No. Wait there. Tom, you are the witness right now. You have to tell the people honestly. In the group chat, he wrote tomorrow we're live at 1. I asked him not 1:30, yes or no?
You didn't ask.
No. My message after was 1, not 1:30.
Impartial host. Callum says, "Hi guys, it's 1 p.m. Go for everyone." He says that at 1 a.m., which is just fucking. That's by the by. We've accepted now that we get messages late on.
Did I or did I not reply in the same second?
Remember, I'm not the only person in Kopish.
You replied 1:30, and then when you didn't get a reply for 6 hours, you said, "Nice one, lads." At that point, Husam, just operate on the basis that it's at 1.
Okay, but here's the thing. I thought Callum just made a spelling error, basically. I asked him immediately. I'm like, "Yo, like, is it 1 or 1:30?" How does someone send a message at 1, and as soon as I reply at 1, immediately he just said like, what does Callum do? This is Callum, right? Like, make it make sense. Like, I need to understand. Like, someone texts you at 1:30. His text is, "Okay, hi guys, 1 p.m. good for everyone." I reply the same second. I'm like, 1. This is Callum right here. Like, that's it.
Shall I be completely honest with what happened to Sam? I'll be completely honest. Robbie woke up and ran into our bedroom and was about to wake up my daughter. So I went back into the bedroom with him to make sure he went back to sleep. And then I ended up falling asleep on the spare bed and then came back into my room.
Okay, let's analyze this. What's quicker, Robbie running or me typing 4 letters?
Bro, the moment I hear Robbie get out of bed, it's panic stations, bro. Because if he wakes up my daughter, life comes crumbling down, Sam. I don't think you get this, bro. Life becomes crazy if she wakes up in the middle of the night.
Habibi, wallahi, I thought you made a mistake. I thought you meant 1:30.
Okay, Husam.
I'm 2 minutes late.
I also, because I read the messages this morning, I went, it's normally 1:30. So I went onto the YouTube, went onto my subscriptions, where, I'm subscribed to the wonderful channel of Kopish, and I checked what time the stream was starting, and it said 1 p.m. So I went, okay, I'll be there for that time. And if it's
anyway,
not,
let's talk about Liverpool.
Time, if it's not that time, then I can rip into Callum.
I hear you. Let's talk. No, but what I was not gonna do is, remember when we sat here, we waited for like 20 minutes. What I was not gonna do is sit up here on the chair for 30 minutes.
That wasn't me, though. That wasn't me.
Okay, first of all, watch the viewers go up now. Second of all, I know this was a struggle for you guys in the audience. You get me, Callum and Tom by themselves, without
I'll be honest, the comments have been really nice.
Yeah, it's actually been a really pleasant stream for Sam. There's been no toxicity whatsoever.
We've actually got a lot of love in the comments.
Without the sprinkle of crazy, this stream is not the
same. We were doing a wonderful walkthrough history of our games with Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah, I know you're doing wonderfully well.
Zeldon, repeat yourself, Tom. Because a week ago this was very different. Go on.
This is your fucking fault, Callum Sanderson. Isn't a problem. There is an opportunity for someone to take left wing, and
Mr. Cody Gakpo himself has already turned. Shout out to all my spies. You get me?
Whoa, I haven't turned. Again, we're now jumping the gun. We're now jumping the shark, as we say in the media industry. I simply said,
Velvet's quick, bro.
What's not been included there is Callum led me in. He lured me in like a fucking
Vel is the second highest paid guy after Skullfuggery on YouTube.
He sat there and said, "Don't worry, Tom. This is a safe space." And the moment I said that, he was like, "Vel, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?" And I go, "Whoa, we're up to the safe space." But my point is, I still think Gakpo's the better option. I personally think Gakpo will start, and I'm not gonna suddenly jump and say Gakpo's shit, but
he's not. We all know that.
I can't sit there in my mind and drop a lad who won me the game 4 days ago. I can't do that. So on that basis, he's got to start.
Sam, obviously, me and Tom have been speaking for a while we were waiting on you for so long. All jokes aside, I want to ask you a couple of questions I asked Tom.
Ask me.
Gakpo is given, in my opinion, some harsh criticism by the fans. He is criticized rightly by a lot of fans, but sometimes it goes overboard. Do you think that him playing with Isak in a team where he likes to cut in and cross will actually help his game, or do you still think it won't be as effective as it could potentially be?
You know, guys, I was FSG out 2 years ago. If I come on YouTube...
Does that answer the question?
No, let him land, because I think he's going to say his FSG in now, which we all need to hear.
Tom, you're not intelligent enough. You need to let someone speak first so you'll understand. So I'm going to start again, all over again. So Callum, ask me the question again, please.
Of course.
Just because Tom interrupted, we're going to start over. Go ahead.
Cody Gakpo likes to cut in field and play crosses into the box. Do you think having a focal point in Isak will actually help his game more, or do you still not think it'll make that much of a difference?
Guys, I was FSG out 2 years ago. You get me? I was. No.
Tom, let him land, Tom.
I still am. I was FSG out 2 years ago. When I went live on YouTube, I cannot go live on every single stream and say the same stuff over and over and over again and expect people to subscribe to my channel, expect people to watch me. I have to bring something different to the table. The problem with Cody Gakpo is his predictability is 10 out of 10. He needs to be able to change. He needs to be able to do what I did, what Kop-Ish did. Tom Little, I can't say the same because obviously he's just not active on his channel. Like, well, that's not an insult. He's not active on his channel. But,
no. Like, didn't just say anything. It's like you could just let it.
You have to be able. Okay, I will use a different example. When you're an investor, you have to be able to diversify your portfolio in order to be successful, in order to be a billionaire, in order to be successful in life. You can't just go spend all your money on cars. The problem with Gakpo is he's so predictable. Gakpo is a very good player. Gakpo is not shit. Gakpo is probably, if I'm naming left wingers in the world, he is at least minimum the top 7. Top 6, top 7, top 8, top 5 maybe on any given time. I understand that. All I'm simply saying is, look, guys, I just think he needs to work on his predictability. And the funny part is he actually has a very good cross on him with his left foot. He's actually like his left-footed or like low-driven crosses are actually very good. But I just don't get why he doesn't do it enough though. Like he never does something different or special. The one game where I called him out, and I'm actually a Gakpo guy. Like I'm not anti-Gakpo at all. I don't hate Gakpo. I don't dislike Gakpo. I'm pro Gakpo. I really like Cody Gakpo. But my thing is the following: the last game that we watched, not Southampton, the game before that, Everton.
Yeah.
The reason why I was so frustrated with him on the pitch, it's like Gakpo. Everyone's trying to elevate now. Like, can you join us in this like levels we're trying to hit? Like, everyone's trying to elevate their game. Everyone's taking this to the next level. Everyone's performing. Everyone's operating at a high level. You can't just be doing the same stuff over and over again. And people think we're exaggerating, but we're really not. Anytime we did pass Gakpo the ball in that game, all he did was just cut in every single time. Every single time. And at some moment in time, you're going to have to do something different. I remember people made run for him. He didn't find. Kirkaz was very frustrated with him. There was a moment in time, there was a clip in that game, go watch it, where Kirkaz was like, he does this with his hand. Like, he's so annoyed. And this happens just before the goal as well, against Atletico. I think it was. No, not Atletico. Against Everton. Where he was so annoyed and he became visibly upset with it. You're not really linking up with your left back. And Kirk, as we know, is flying high and up and down the pitch. So it's not even it's Robertson. It's Kirk. You're not cutting into your left foot and attempting to cross with it, even though you're good at it. Every time you get the ball, cut in. Bro, you have to be able to like diversify what you do. Yeah, Salah is a high usage player, but he diversifies it. Salah sometimes will play the pass to Frimpong. Salah sometimes will cut in and cross. Salah sometimes will try to find the midfielder, play 1-2. There's so many different things you can do, but he doesn't do any of this. Yeah. He doesn't.
I think though with Gakpo, again, he's got a problem with it most of the time anyway, but I think right now his confidence is a bit low. So he's just trying to do what he's most comfortable with, even if it's not helping the team, because he didn't want to fuck up anything else, which isn't, I'm not defending it. It's not fucking good for the team if he's just constantly cutting in. What he needs is...
I'm gonna let you finish your point, but I just want to ask this one question before I lose track of it. Has he played this dissimilar since he's been at Liverpool? Because I hear what you're saying about confidence. Yes, it can affect his game. But I don't think his game has actually evolved from when we signed him to now.
And also, I think confidence is a massive cop-out, Tom. Because when he started the season, he scored like 2 goals in the first 2 games, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I thought he was good at the start of the season. I thought he was dynamic. We were using him in different ways. I thought he was our best attacker against Newcastle, for example, when we had to use him as more of a target man type thing. On Callum's point, in terms of how his game's evolved, I actually agree. I don't think he's that different a footballer to the one that we signed. Or
That's why saying confidence issue is just a cop-out, with all due respect.
No, it's not, though. So I'll finish on this point. The spell where we played him up front fucked his development at left wing. He is a left winger, and we spent 18 months trying to teach him things which go against being a left winger, and that didn't work. When he's back on left wing, I feel better with it. My point is his confidence is low at the minute. He's doing what he is safe and secure with, even though it doesn't help the team doing that. So what needs to happen is he needs to get that confidence back, or he needs to put on his fucking grown-up pants and go, even though I'm not playing well, I will do what is most helpful for the team. Right now, he's doing neither. So we need him to hurry up and pick one. Either get your goal and get your confidence back, or suck it up, Buttercup, and start playing to help the team.
All right, Tom, to go back to Sam's point where Sam says that he could be top 7, top 8 in the world in his position.
He is. Name left wingers better than him right now. And be objective.
I think that's a different conversation. I don't personally think he's in the top 8.
Who's
Okay,
better?
but name them, though. Name them.
Who's better?
And
Right,
don't
so
exaggerate. Like,
I'm not
here. We'll
exaggerating.
go.
Vinny,
Yes.
Mbappe.
No, he's a striker
though.
now.
He's a
We
striker.
cannot say
Guys,
anything.
come on, we've seen Mbappe.
No,
play
Callum, he's
in-
a striker. Now he's a striker. I'm sorry.
Come
He's a
on,
striker.
guys. We're not going to do... Mbappe is also a left winger, guys. Come on, man.
Mbappe
Well,
was the
that-
top goal scorer at Real
that could
Madrid,
be-
top goal scorer in La Liga last year playing striker. We cannot change people positions. Let's be honest now. Okay, so Vinny.
Mbappe's played left wing for most of his career.
I don't care. Soboslai played 10. He plays 8 now. Let's go to what the guy you plays
Alright.
now. Habibi.
At the minute, he's not a left winger.
At the minute, he's not a left winger. Who are you going to say next? Rodrigo? He ain't a left winger either. So anyway.
Oh, come on. So we can't use Rodrigo either.
Okay.
Look,
okay,
he
you
plays
wanna
on the
know
fucking right.
Okay, you want to know something? Rodrigo, I think I'll be disingenuous if I say he is not a left winger. So we'll give you Rodrigo. Go ahead.
Cover.
Kvaratskhelia.
I think Rafael Leao,
Yes.
Yeah.
Barcola.
Yes.
So did you're not letting me have Rodrigo, or you are?
No, you
No,
can't.
no, I counted Rodrigo.
Okay,
That's fine.
Rodrigo's in there.
So you got 5.
You're not gonna like this, Tom. Diaz. Are you letting me have Rafinha?
Yes, he's a left
Yeah,
winger.
Rafinha plays on the left.
There's
I'm
7.
You didn't mention him earlier.
That's 7.
And that's it. The list ends now.
If I was to think about it more, I probably could figure out.
No, there is no one. Yildiz is not better than him. Yildiz is not better than Cody Gakpo. Stop. Just because he scored 1 banging goal for Juventus. Yildiz numbers are ass. He still needs like 2 more years of development to go. Think as much as you want. You can cheat using the chat. None of the names that they mentioned currently are better than Gakpo. Semenyo is not better than Gakpo either. Gordon is not better than Gakpo. Kvara we already mentioned.
Yeah, I know.
Leao we mentioned. Nico Williams ain't better than Cody Gakpo. Nico
he's
Williams would frustrate you guys even more.
Yeah. I don't think I don't know. Oh, if Matoma was more injury free, then I'd probably put Matoma in there, but I can't because he's injured.
No.
No, because now I think we're downplaying Gakpo. Matoma.
Yeah, now we're doing too much.
conversation with
No,
Gakpo.
'cause I rate Matoma. I just said
Someone
he's not.
said Garnacho, end of stream.
Due? Did we put Due in there, or are you still not taking?
No, Due is the right winger.
No, he's on the right. He's on the right.
The left wingers at PSG 99% of the time are Barcola and Kvara, and we counted both.
What about Adamola Luke, man?
He plays more of a 10 nowadays.
He plays left wing, guys.
I don't rate Lookman that highly. Couldn't do it in the Prem.
The thing that you know what I can
Would you
agree
take
with most of the
Semenyo?
names.
Sorry
you
to cut you, Tom.
mentioned.
Sam,
I
would you
don't
take
think
Semenyo?
Gakpo is better than Semenyo, based on what?
Semenyo's not better than Gakpo.
Based on him scoring
No,
2 goals.
I'm just asking a question. Do you think Semenyo? Would you take Semenyo over Gakpo? You wouldn't.
No.
Would I take him ahead of him, like in terms of like, do I think he has potential to surpass him? Do I think he can eventually become better
Yeah.
than him? Yes. But right now, if I am to be objective, there is no world in which Semenyo is better than Gakpo now. He could be better than him by the end of the season, but not now.
Tom, I'm gonna
I've-
use. Sorry to cut you, Tom. I'm gonna use your argument to an extent against you a little bit here. You
Oh,
said you always
brilliant. We
prefer
haven't done that
Gakpo. You always prefer Gakpo to Diaz because you feel he was more consistent with his output.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Gordon, could he not be in the conversation then?
No.
Okay,
No.
fair. All right.
Anthony,
So
Anthony Gordon had one good season stats wise. One that was like okay.
same with Gakpo. Gakpo's only had one good season stats wise as well.
Disagree. I disagree.
Name me
So last season,
Gakpo last season had good stats.
yeah,
The
Gakpo
previous
last season
season-
Gakpo last season got 18 goals and 7 assists, and we all sat there and went, that's a really good season.
That's what I just said.
Gakpo the year before that in 22-24, playing out of position, up front, and in midfield, got 16 goals and 7 assists.
How many GA did Gakpo have last season?
Again, see, here's the thing with GA, and this is where context has to be added.
Oh, Gakpo actually scored 10 goals. I thought he scored less than that.
So Gakpo scored 10 league goals last season. One of them came away from home.
Oh my God, Semenyo is definitely better than Gakpo.
Oh my fucking god.
Semenyo actually had more GA than Gakpo last year. That's mad. I'm sorry, that's mad. When Gakpo played for Liverpool. Do you know that Semenyo scored 11 goals and had 5 assists? Gakpo 10 and 4. I swear, I'm literally just looking at it last season. I really didn't expect those numbers from Semenyo. Okay, Semenyo then probably, if I'm being objective, if you have higher output at Bournemouth, you probably are.
Semenyo doesn't predominantly play left wing. He plays left and right, to be fair.
Yeah, I know,
Semenyo
but
plays on the fucking right.
He plays both, Tom. He literally plays both wings.
What am I doing here, man?
But is that not a bit of a concern that he scored 10 league goals? I think quite a few of them came towards the end of the season as well, once things were wrapped up, and he scored 1 away goal all season in the league. Is that not a concern?
Right, so out of the 10 league goals that he got last season, 8 of them were before we won the league. Only 2, in fact, no, 9 of them were before we won the league mathematically. He had that spell. He had that injury.
You know what I meant by that, Tom. Come on, man. The league was done by a little while.
The only goal I was including in that mathematically thing was the one against Tottenham on the day we won it. His last goal before that was Ipswich on the 21st of January. We haven't won the league then. The problem was he got injured after that and missed up until until he was starting again, the 6th of April. That's 3 months, pretty much. So yeah, and that happened when Gakpo was in his best form. So the one that Gakpo was on,
again. One league goal away from home all season. That's got to be a bit of a concern. It must be. If you're playing for Liverpool, remember you're playing for Liverpool, Tom. We're not just playing for any team here. We're playing for the team that was the best team in the league last season. Is currently the best team in the league as well.
Mm-hmm.
One league goal away from home all season.
Yeah, I'd ideally want more. 100%. 100% I want more. But the fact of the matter is, especially this season, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. And this comes at it again. Liverpool, look at Gakpo this year. Where is he in terms of options surpassed him? Where is he in terms of goal scoring position? So if we're creating a chance, who is the first person we want to create that chance for?
Probably Salah.
Who's the second person we want to create that chance for?
Now Isak, but previously it would have either been Ekatike or Gakpo.
It's the striker. I was going to go Ekatike or Isak. Whichever one plays up front, they're the second guy that you want to create for. You want to create for your striker. Third is Gakpo, or it's going to be your fucking 10, who's going to be on the ball loads. Gakpo is the 4th option in our attack in the nicest possible way. I'm not going to sit there this season and expect Cody Gakpo to leave with fucking 25 goals or whatever. I'm sitting there going, I understand that Gakpo, his output this year is going to be limited. It doesn't excuse the bad performances, because last year he was the second option in that run of games where I was fully on board with him and I was vindicating everything I was saying beforehand. He was the second option. Salah was first. Diaz was doing up false nine, running around everywhere. Gakpo was the second option, and we cooked at that.
But Diaz was still getting goals as well, though. Diaz was still getting
not in that period of time. The one thing that worked for us last year is when Diaz turned to shit in front of goal, Gakpo scored. When Gakpo turned to shit in front of goal, Diaz scored. And Salah never turned to shit in front of goal. So we were all right on that front because no one had to step up and take his ones. But Gakpo hit his best run of form in November, December. Luis Diaz didn't score until December 23rd. So from September 22nd to December 23rd, Luis Diaz scored a grand total of 0 league goals.
No, I hear that.
Picked up the slack in that point. Then when Gakpo was injured after the Everton game, and we had to beat Wolves, and we had to beat West Ham, and we had to beat... So Wolves... City, Newcastle, Southampton.
Why don't you make the excuse for Diaz that he was played out of position and rotated around, but you do for Gakpo? Because you said Gakpo was reprogrammed to play centre forward in midfield for 18 months. Rodrigo's played right wing for the majority of his Real Madrid career. When he plays on the left, he still cooks. Diaz was predominantly a left winger, got badly injured, came back, was still playing left wing, and then played false nine last season, was still scoring goals. But you never made those. You never made those excuses for Diaz.
I wasn't excusing anything with Gakpo. I was explaining.
Gakpo, but you never gave that context for Diaz either, though, bro.
Last year I did.
By the way, the Colombians are clipping him up again.
Yeah, they hate me. I'm not shocked.
I got a notification like 2 days ago. Again, they're like, "Oh, Tom is so unfair."
I was always there with Diaz last season, saying that I appreciate the work he was doing up top out of position. It's the same reason why with Rodrigo in the summer. I was sitting there going, "I'm for Rodrigo this summer," because it's not a bad sign that a footballer is played out of position. My thing is, Gakpo, when he went up front, he didn't develop in the way that he needed to. It's not an excuse. It's what happened. It's the fact.
But Tom, don't the best players in the world, don't they adapt and don't they overcome?
I'm not one suggesting Gakpo is one of the best players in the world. Gakpo is what he is. Liverpool will upgrade on Gakpo within the next 12 to 18, 24 months. I'm not delusional to sit there and go, Cody Gakpo is Liverpool's starting left winger from now until 2030. That's not going to happen. But I also think that the rewriting of history and the narratives around Gakpo and the changing of where he is in standing in football, I think, is also going too far the other way.
No, I agree. I hear that.
He's not worse than Semenyo. He's not.
I still have him ahead of Semenyo, but some people don't. That's
whether we like it or not, Cody Gakpo is the best left winger in the Premier League. Now, what that probably says more to the quality of left wingers in the Premier League. It's not a very good pool of left wingers in the Premier League, but he's still, no argument in my mind, the best left winger in the Premier League.
Fairs. I just want to stick on this, Sam, because me and Thomas spoke about this before. Chiesa putting a man on the match performance against Southampton, right? But again, it is Southampton. You expect the team to go through, but a lot of the players didn't actually play well. And Chiesa played out of his skin, played right wing, left wing, and in the 10. It was a man of the match, got 2 assists. Do you think Slot can or will consider him for the left wing position, or do you still think he's just the 6th or 7th choice attacker now?
When I was doing my lineup yesterday, I actually put Chiesa left wing. If it were up to me, I'm starting Chiesa left wing.
Most people are, bro.
Yeah, like I'll be honest with you. I believe in momentum. I believe in what a player deserves. I believe in giving someone an opportunity because you never know. Chiesa's performance against Southampton, in my opinion, has earned him a spot as the starting left winger against Crystal Palace. Now, we all know Chiesa has probably, you get me, done something with Slot's wife. So what's going to happen is Gakpo is going to start on Saturday. But to be objective, the other reason is probably because Ekitike got sent off, which now means Chiesa we're going to have to do striker minutes because Isak can't play 90 minutes.
Okay, so I want to stick on that one quickly. I don't want to spend too long on this. Everyone keeps on saying automatically that well played. Everyone automatically keeps on saying Chiesa will do up striker. Wouldn't it not actually be better to keep Chiesa as an option for the wing and actually have Jadon Danns be the striker and come on? He wasn't bad when he came on at all. He's actually very good when he came against Southampton.
Brother,
And
what
we-
do we do?
Hear me out, guys. Just hear me out. Hear me out. Jaden Dans knows how to be a striker. He knows how to hold up the ball, and he's got good footwork. Against Crystal Palace's defense, which is extremely physical defense, I do not like the idea of Chiesa playing against them, guys. I think he gets absolutely ragdolled by them three, because I don't actually think Dan's will.
Don't ever
Rio-
disrespect Spaghetti Mafia like that. He will never get
Rio
dragged.
is the option for the left wing. Frimpong is the option for the right wing. Chiesa is the option up front. If you want to take Jaden Dans to Selhurst Park on Sunday, you can't take Chiesa because we don't have the room. On the
Yes,
bench.
you can. You can take Chiesa and you can drop Rio out.
So Rio's just getting dropped for no fucking reason.
Why would it be for no reason? You're putting in a striker because Ekatike is not there, and you're using Chiesa as the left wing option.
Because what reason is there to drop Rio, who's been our backup left wing this year? I'm impressed every single time he played.
Because Chiesa's in better form. That's why. I'm not saying anything crazy here. Chiesa's actually in better form right now. He's more experienced.
But Jaden Dans isn't in better form.
We don't have any other striker, bro. This is not about Rio here. You know, I'm not dropping Rio because I think Rio has been rubbish or anything. I'm saying for the need of the squad, it would be better, in my opinion, to have an actual striker on the bench so that when Isak has to come off, we don't lose our shape. Because let's be real, guys. Every single game we played this season so far, when we've taken off Ekatike and we've not had a striker, things have fallen to pot because the shape goes immediately because there's no one up there to hold up the ball. There's no one who has the fundamentals of being a striker, and there's no one who knows how to do it properly. Going up in a regimented Crystal Palace defense with Gahey, Richards, and Lacroix, who are all good, all have good turn of pace, all strong, all physically good, pretty much good in the air. Chiesa, in my opinion, gets gobbled up by those paws. Chiesa gets dealt with by those guys as a striker. So therefore, if you bring on Jaden Dans,
that's why Gakpo will start.
No, I don't have an issue with Gakpo start, but I'm saying Isak's going to have to come off the pitch. I don't like the idea of Gakpo or Chiesa going up front. I think bring Jaden Dans with you, get Jaden Dans on the pitch, and keep the shape. I'd rather have Dans there, who's not as good a footballer as the others, but keeps the shape, which will allow the rest of the 10 other players on the pitch to do their jobs properly. Or shout out to
how long do you think
you could leave Endo and put Dans on the bench?
How long do you think Isak can play objectively? 60 minutes? Objectively?
60 at best.
Okay, do I trust Jaden Dans with no Premier League experience to play 30 minutes? No. Do I trust Chiesa? Yes. To at least give me 2 moments where he dribbles past 2 center backs and does something.
All right, this is where I get confused now. We can't trust Jaden Dans, but we could trust Rio. Going into the season, we could trust Rio. You see how that's confusing, guys?
Oh no, but I'll tell you why it's not confusing. And I'll tell you why it's not confusing, because Barcelona fans trust Lamine Yamal, but they don't trust Fermin Lopez.
Yeah, but that's Barca, bro. It's completely different analogies.
No, it's not. Rio's talent level is next. Rio's talent level is next level.
And it wasn't that long ago. Everyone was saying Jaden Dans is the next best thing as well.
I never said that.
A lot of Liverpool fans.
The only reason, okay, I'll be honest with you. The only reason people wanted them to start is because Nunes was starting. That's all. I'm being so honest right now with you.
No, I'm asking. Everyone's saying we can't
it's just because we had Nunes up top. That's
I hear that. Everyone's saying we can't trust Dans in the league, but everyone was quick to say we can trust Rio before he'd kicked a ball in the league. How does that make sense, guys? When Jaden Dans is older and got more experience in football, and
because Rio is more talented, I've answered you.
And Dans had scored goals in the first team for Liverpool.
So what? Rio's more talented. That's why we trust him more.
It's not that I don't trust Dans. It's just I don't think there's the space. I'm not getting rid of Rio because I think he's the bright spark every time he's off the bench, and he's very good at pinning opposition fullbacks back, which is, I think, what we might need to do if it's Munoz, because the one thing that Rio can do, which Gakpo can't do, is strike fear into a fullback with his dribbling. And Chiesa, again, I need to bring him because he can play on the right, he can play on the left, he can play up front. Do I wish we had the space on the bench to bring Jaden Dans? Yes. But I can't risk not bringing Endo because I need a closer in games. I can't risk not bringing Jones. I can't risk not bringing Frimpong. I can't risk not bringing Gomez. I can't risk not bringing Robertson. I can't risk not bringing a backup keeper. I don't have space for Jaden Dance.
Honestly, you either leave Rio out or you leave Endo out. This whole notion that Endo's this close, you have to bring Endo on to close out a game. I'm sorry, you don't. We can do it without Endo. We've done it in the past.
Actually, I do agree. For Crystal Palace specifically, keeping out Endo is fine because
Endo struggles against Palace.
He would get destroyed against the Palace.
He struggles against Palace when you ask him to be a fucking deep line playmaker.
He struggles against Palace anytime he plays against Palace, pretty much.
No, Endo against Palace just doesn't work.
He's played against Palace twice.
The problem is, who's the midfield options then?
Both times, he has to be the fucking sole DM.
Got Jones and McAllister on the bench.
True. Then you can keep Endo at home. You can keep Endo at home.
We can't see the game out of Jones and McAllister, guys. Come on, guys, man. Come on.
I don't like the idea of leaving Endo.
I can't lie to you. As much as I dislike it, Tom Callum has actually made a good point.
I do not like the idea of leaving Endo out because it'll be the one game where we need him.
Why would it be the one game we need him?
It will be knowing our fucking luck. I look at Endo and I go, you have a use. So far this season, we've not had to use you for that purpose. We will do at some point. And his record when he comes on is pretty much fucking faultless. We do not fuck up games where Endo was on the pitch. I want to keep that same thing going. If we are 1-0, 2-0 up, 10 minutes to go, I've got one sub left. Best believe Wataru Endo was coming on the pitch.
I'd be fine with McAllister or Jones coming on, to be honest. They would just close out the game in a different way. They'd close out the game by being efficient on the ball, keeping the ball and making the right passes, rather than just trying to smash people.
But that,
I trust McAllister. I trust McAllister to take a tactical.
Who's to say the game stays that way though? If we're under pressure, if Palace are throwing everything at us last 10 minutes to try and force the way back into the game, I do not want my midfielder doing fucking tippy tappy nonsense on the edge of the box. They are there to win ball back, clear it up.
So you're telling me McAllister, World Cup winning McAllister, is going to come on and do tippy tappy on the edge of the box?
Wasn't necessarily aimed at McAllister, was more so aimed at Jones, even though I love him. But even then,
come on, be real. Like Jones is a lot of things. But one thing we can't accuse Jones of is not having footballing intelligence. Like, let's not do that. Jones ain't going to come on and try and do 360s on the edge of the box when we're losing, or when we're winning a game with a couple of minutes to go. He's not.
No, Jones is definitely intelligent. We're not going to sit here and lie.
So yeah, like let's not do that. Like Endo's the only player we have in the squad that if we're winning a game by a goal, we can bring on. Jones and McAllister can see out a game. We've seen Jones come on and help us massively.
I don't like doing that away from home like that. I don't like. I'd much rather take Endo. That's me. That's how I see it. I'd much rather have Endo there.
All right, so let me.
I know what Endo gives me.
60 minutes on the board. It's 1-1. Isak comes off. Who you bringing on?
Fede.
And you guys are good with Fede being the striker.
We can put in Mr. Cotton up top for the last 30 minutes.
Gakpo ain't gonna work here. But come on, we've just spoken about Gakpo not developing according to Tom because he's been played up front. Let's be real, guys.
I've got no problem.
Not physical.
I've got no problem playing Chiesa up top.
How have we not got an issue playing Chiesa up top, guys? Is he physical?
I don't have an issue with that either.
Oh gosh.
Because you know what it is, Cal? You know what it is? I like Jaden Dance, but do I feel if I'm given a situation where we're chasing a goal against Crystal Palace, and I know.
But I do agree with no. But to be fair to Callum, Tom, we do have to say Endo is not needed in this game. If we got McAllister and Jones on the bench, we really don't need them.
You can feel that way. I've got no problem with you feeling that way. I don't like the idea of not bringing Endo to a game because I feel like the one game we don't do it, it'll be the situation where we're sitting there going, "Fuck, we could really do with Endo on the pitch right now." Because we know that he just.
I don't think I've ever said that the whole time he's been at Liverpool.
There's been plenty of times we were saying that last season. But my point is, if I've got to pick between Chiesa and Dan's, and I know we're going to be battling on the door, and there's going to be a chance that falls in the box, and I need someone that I trust to be in the right position at the right time, who I trust to finish it. As much as I like Jaden Dans, I'm not going against Federico Chiesa in that moment.
No,
I'm
fair
calling
enough.
you Tom Teta in the chat.
Fair enough. But let's not act like Jaden Dans isn't a very good finisher as well. We've seen him finish chances. We have actually seen it with our eyes.
We have again, Cal. We've seen it. We've not seen it in the high pressure moments. We've not seen it in the environment that we could be put in. Again, we're doing all the hypotheticals.
We hadn't seen it with Rio before he scored against Newcastle.
I know we hadn't.
It's not making sense right now. It's double standards.
Because no, it's not though. Because the Rio thing
Rio had a good preseason. He had a very good preseason, actually, a brilliant preseason.
Mm-hmm.
But I said going into the season, I'd like us to get another winger because there's a lot of pressure to put on Rio. I got told he's fine. He can deal with the pressure. We don't need another winger. And this is based off a preseason. But now I'm being told Jaden Dans can't be trusted.
Again,
Jaden Dans has played more games for Liverpool than Rio has. And we're talking about bringing him on as a striker. I'm not saying he takes Ekatike out of the team, you know. I'm saying he's there because Ekatike is not there. Surely that's got to make sense.
Again, the Rio situation, one, born out of necessity because we didn't have another left winger. Now, whether we wanted another one or not, that's personal opinion.
Sorry,
I was fine with it because I was impressed.
Did Jaden Dans come on in the Carabao Cup final?
Yes,
that's pretty high pressure, isn't it?
Where's Bobby Clark?
High pressure.
There was Cal in the nice possible way. Cal, there was absolutely zero fucking pressure on that Carabao Cup final.
And he almost scored a goal when he came off the bench.
What? So he didn't score a goal? Woo!
Oh, don't do this. This what
if we want to play, Cal, if we want to point score, we can go back and forth point score. And my point is,
it's not
right now. I get what you're saying with Jaden Dans, and it's not the world's worst idea. But I'm sitting here going, if the only way I'm bringing Jaden Dans is I've got to sacrifice a Rio or an Endo, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable doing that because Endo has a use that I think is very important. Rio has a use that I think is very important because he is our left winger and we know how Arnie Slot operates. So at the end of the day, if there was a magical way where it can happen, where I can have Dans and keep everyone I want, that's fine. I am not against your idea. I don't like it, but I'm not saying it's the wrong idea. For me, though, if I have one sub left, I need to take Isak off, bring someone on to play up top. It's going to be Fede. It's not going to be Jaden Dans.
Fair enough. Look, we'll agree to disagree. If you haven't already, people smash that like button, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts.
Can I ask you a more interesting question? Next two away games, Chelsea and Palace, are you taking 4 points?
6.
I think we take 6.
Have you seen the state of that Chelsea injury list though, Husam?
Yeah, no Cole Palmer. I think we're taking 6.
Cole Palmer. No, Husam. Cole Palmer's out. Colwell's out.
Crystal Palace have not lost a football game in the last 17.
Yeah, no.
If I include Europe, they are undefeated in 19, by the way. If I include Fredrikstad, they had to defeat to qualify for the
good, bro. But you asked me a question, bro.
Chelsea at home is notoriously a very difficult fixture away for us. I'll be honest with you guys. If we draw
he's made out. Let's just hope we get 2 points out of it, guys. Let's just hope we get 2 points out of it.
Tom, let him land. Let him land.
2 points. When did I say 2 points? I said 4 points.
You're sitting there making out that it's the 2 toughest games of the season.
No, I said 4 points, Tom. Can you control yourself? You don't always have to. You get me? Rosa's not gonna shag you. She's moved on. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, if we draw this Saturday away at Selhurst, I'm not gonna have a rant about it unless we perform like ass. But there is I'm looking at the season and I really believe we're in the phase where it's marathon, not a sprint right now. I'll be honest with you. And if you tell me right now, okay, Husam, you're going to beat Crystal Palace but draw away at Chelsea, or in reverse, you're going to draw away at Palace but you're going to beat Chelsea, I think 4 points out of the next 6 games is actually decent because, look, the Premier League now is more difficult than it's ever been. And we need to keep in mind that Arsenal play a day after us away at Newcastle where they have a significantly horrendous record over there. We need to understand as well there are many difficult fixtures left for them to play and for us to play as well. So I'm looking at it from the level of marathon, and I don't expect Liverpool to go 38-0 this season.
I don't expect that either, but this is a chance because you got to bear in mind who the other teams that were challenging are playing. Arsenal have to go away to Newcastle this weekend. That's a fucking horrible game for them.
I don't think it will be.
We should want to be going into this game taking maximum points to put the pressure back on them. I look at Chelsea. Yes, Chelsea away is a tough game. And then I look at their injury list. No Lavia, no Palmer, no Tosin, no Fafana, no Colwell. They're going to have to play fucking Badiashile and Josh Achiampong at centre-back against us.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine against Chelsea.
I'm sorry. I don't care how good Chelsea are. They've not even been good this year, but I don't care how good they are. We should be able to beat a team that is playing a centre-back partnership of Badiashile and fucking Chalobah or whoever in the wonderful year of 2025.
Yeah,
Crystal
I think you're
Palace,
looking at the name of the
tough
team
game,
as opposed
but-
to the situation they're in, Husam.
Good.
No, we'll see. We'll see.
We play Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. I didn't go into that game going, ooh. I think it's going to be tight. I went into that game going, we'll win. But we should be beating Crystal Palace. I don't care if they're in good form or not. Liverpool should be beating Crystal Palace.
I actually think Chelsea will be an easier game than Palace, in my humble opinion. I just want to go back though. Obviously, in that Southampton game, we had Leoni pick up a horrible ACL injury, and he's going to be out for about a year. Slot said. Obviously, that means Chiesa's back in the Champions League squad, which is a positive that we can take from that. What's your thoughts on the situation, Sam? We'll get to you, Tom. And what do you think a potential resolution is between now and the end of the season?
Bro, chat, what the fuck is going on with these two? Are they trying to resolve fucking personal problems? Like, they're just bringing up, like, they're both smiling because Callum wanted 5 centre backs. But
No, Tom's smiling. No, Tom.
Because I knew where it was fucking going. I knew where it was going.
They're both trying to one-up each other. Is this a professional Liverpool?
We're not trying to one-up. I'm not trying to one-up anyone.
You're stooping down to Tom's level, Callum. You're better than this.
Hold on a minute.
He isn't, but you're better than this. I expect better from you. Forget him. He's a fraud. Why don't you do better?
Husam can't be coming here talking about professionalism after he turned up 83 minutes into the stream.
Tom's age. You cannot do better.
I'm smiling because before we went live, Tom was like,
none of us should be smiling because Leoni is out to the end of the season after an amazing debut.
No one's smiling about that. No one's smiling.
This guy's keying because of the whole 3 centre back thing. When Callum was talking, he's like,
I'm keying before the show started.
No, I'm saying Tom is keying.
Because I knew where I wasn't laughing at a fucking injury. I was laughing at the fact that I knew where Cal was taking this. Because we talked about it before the stream.
I'm so tired.
He's a fucking gaslighter, honest to God.
So tired of you, Tom. You get me. And Callum stooping down to your level as well. I'm disappointed. You get me, because I expect better from Callum.
I know the man who didn't turn up 33 minutes late to the stream and blame it on everyone else except himself. Isn't trying to come in and talk about professionalism.
Guess what? The host of Kop-Ish, the other host, just turned up 46 minutes late. Now what? Actually, an hour and 16 minutes late. Now what? Thank you for coming. As I was saying, you get me. Add yourself in.
You go to Drifty. You go to Drifty.
You add yourself in. No, but Drifty gets leeway because he's the reason why the show is a thing to begin with. If we left it up to the host, this would have never been a thing. Chat, I know you enjoy the show. You enjoy to fuck. You did never got on the show.
Wasn't the host the first person who made this show happen?
So big up to the. Stop it, Callum. Stop it.
I'm just asking this. I'm just asking.
Don't ever disrespect Drifty legacy like this. He get to be late because he made this. He made this shit. You get me? So allow it.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, now let me answer the question. The thing is, can you please put me on the other side? Because when you put up a comment, it'll cover my face, and we can't do that. You can't cover the money maker. Cover from space
you
instead.
Are ridiculous. Go on. It can cover my face. It's all good.
Pause.
Right. Vel, anyone in this chat, where is fucking Callum Blue?
That's I'm sorry, that's mad.
That's worse than anything I've ever said.
That's bad. It can cover my face. Wow, Callum. Alternative lifestyle, eh? And you were laughing at me for saying tasing last week. And now back to the
completely different.
Hey, Rosa said that she could let Tom tase her. You didn't call her out. Now back to the topic.
That's between Tom and Rosa.
Yeah, and that's also between me and who did I say? What did I say? I said Rihanna. I said Megan Fox, not Tom Little. So it's objectively worse to be tased by Tom Little. Now back to the topic. What, Tom? You're gonna say you're more beautiful than Megan Fox? Anyway, so here's the answer to that question right there. Is I knew this is coming as soon as I walked in. I knew this is this question is coming. So here's the thing. You cannot pause. This question is coming. You cannot pause a question. Anyway, I'll be honest with you guys. Look, first of all, Leoni's debut was unbelievable. He was great against Southampton. We wish him a speedy recovery, and it's genuinely such sad fucking news because he was actually unbelievable. Like he was really unbelievable.
Our best
And I
defender
can't
online.
believe I'm gonna take that long, bro, to watch Leoni again. Second of all, we are fucked in the centre back situation. That's why I wanted Gahey in the summer, because now essentially we are relying on Biscuit 1 and Biscuit 2 to not crack. That's basically what we're relying on. Konate, I'm gonna need you to be fit. Gomez, I'm gonna need you to be fit. I don't know what we need to do, whether we need like special massages for them every week, whether we need like, you know, whatever LeBron James does with the ice baths, and when he puts himself in the chamber for 45 minutes, whatever you have to do to make them both like just stay fit, we need it. The biggest problem in our history would be if Van Dijk got injured. God forbid, inshallah he's fit all season. If he got injured, we are royally fucked. Like it's just we have to put the fries in the bag immediately that second when he gets injured. But the vibranium, exactly, KJ. That's what I was talking about. Now we have to go get Gahey in January. We have to. It's like by January 1st, Mark Gahey needs to be a Liverpool player. As soon as the January window starts, immediately make it like he needs to be a Liverpool player. People talking about we have Reece Williams. I don't want to do the stream anymore. I have Reece Williams.
I don't think we get Gahey in January. And the reason I don't think we do is because I think because Palace will know we're desperate for a centre back, and instead of they'll just put a high price on it. And I think if Palace is still in Europe, they'll see it as more valuable to keep Gahey, potentially try and win that trophy rather than sell him and bring in someone for 10, 15 million. So I don't think we get Gahey in Jan. Some.
Have you seen the statement from Crystal Palace though?
Which one?
The one that came out yesterday.
No.
They've come to the realization that they have to accept Gahey is leaving. But they didn't actually say when.
Yeah,
and the statement came out a day after Leoni's injury. That could suggest Liverpool have already moved to them and been like, look, in
By the way, is the window to sign free agents open or closed?
It's open, but there is not a... Do not dare suggest Tomiyasu.
You guys do not dare suggest, but why not? If it doesn't work, he's a free agent. If it works, it's a stroke of genius.
I actually think he's injured at the moment, Husam.
Yeah,
he is still injured. He got.
Is there any centre back on the free agent list?
Jason
Denayer might be the best player on the free list, and he's not very good.
Jason Denayer, he still plays football.
Yeah.
No,
you want to know what? You want to know what your best bet is? Your best bet is to go buy Renan fucking Lodi and then force Robertson to play centre back full time. Because there is no centre backs on this market.
Is Tsimikas on loan to Roma?
He's on loan. 5'9" Robert at centre back. Do me a favour, Tom, man. Allow it, man.
Fabio Cannavaro was 5'9", mate.
Yeah, I know he was, and he's a better centre back than Robertson.
Guys, hold
on. If Robert's playing centre back, where's Virgil going to play?
Virgil's resting in them games.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I know it sounds a bit.
Do you want to know the best centre back I found? I can't believe I've got to say his fucking name. The best centre back is Craig fucking Dawson.
All right, cool.
On the real, I know nobody's gonna like the idea of this. Even I don't like the idea of this. But wouldn't it be? We'd have to take the risk and bring Nalo in from the reserves.
No, Nalo's not ready, man.
No, I'm not saying he's ready, bro. But like he has played pre-season for us before, and he's an actual centre back. We can't be going and getting free agent, some random.
You have your centre back to see you through. If it comes down to it, God forbid, touch wood, any sort of thing that we need to say to avoid it. But if it comes down to it, I'll play Endo centre back. That's a
I
man
think
with
if
over
we ever get
150
to the
career
stage where
games.
we play Endo at centre back, I think there might be a game where we concede like 4 goals or something.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
not like
exaggerated.
Endo. It's not like Endo's played centre back for us before. And we've won every single game he's played centre back.
I think Endo can play centre back against like Leeds at home or something.
Did you say every
No
time
problem.
Endo's played centre back, we've won?
That might have been hyperbole. I don't know the exact stats,
It
Callum. Please don't
definitely is
kill me.
hyperbole because we lost to Spurs in the Carabao Cup 1-0 when Endo was playing at centre back.
Endo technically didn't start that game. It's centre back. Gerald Conte did. So it wouldn't go down as a stats. So unlucky, Callum.
Cool. Let's run Endo at centre back and let's not win anything.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Endo play okay in that game? Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
his fault
Endo
that we
was
lost
fine.
that game. Yeah, he wasn't. He was actually all right.
The goal came down Simicast's side.
I'll be honest.
fucking
I
does.
don't understand this appetite for Endo to just be this.
It's not an appetite. Do you
No,
know what I'm
it
saying?
really
Oh
is.
fuck! I can't wait to play Endo at centre back.
It just feels like everyone sees Endo as this absolute savior. He's the closer. He can play centre back. He can do this. He can do. What are we doing here?
Do you not like?
No, but when has he ever let us down for you to not believe he can do it?
How often has he been playing to give us a chance to let him down? Like, what are we doing here? Like, he's not that guy.
He plays pretty well whenever he plays.
Wataru Endo played 32 times for us last season, Callum. Mate.
How many minutes?
That's irrelevant, mate.
Ah, okay, there he is.
Oh, you know what? You know what will happen, boys. What will actually happen, and it might even be the best idea. You know, to be honest with you, even though I hate the idea of it at the same time, it would be Grav would have to go into
No. You
and
can't.
then we play McAllister.
We can't be doing that again. We can't be doing that again. We done it.
No, but he is the best option at centre back out of everyone.
It's not. It fucks the team up. If I've got a hole in one position, I'm not going to weaken another position.
No, but I don't think
positions.
McAllister and Soboslai can be looked at as so bad that like, no, we can't do it. That is still a good pivot. It might not be as good as when Grav is there, but it ain't an absolutely shocking idea.
Yeah, but Drift. It was like that when. So we put Fabinho back at centre back, and then we play the pivot of Thiago and Henderson. It wasn't as bad. It still wasn't.
No, bro. Remember, it ended up being
off
Henderson and Fabinho had to do it.
Yeah,
and then that was when there was no midfield at all.
No, but there was a point in time where we done Fabinho at centre back. Fabinho at centre back, and then Gini and Thiago, or Hendo and Gini, or whatever. And we were sitting there going, they're not bad pivots. But the fact is, you weaken your midfield, you weaken your defence, therefore your midfield has more chances to. Your defence, which is weak, struggles anyway. I'd rather keep every other position at full strength and trust that the 9 other outfielders and the goalie can help carry through someone who can still do a job, is still serviceable, but is not as good at centre back. Rather than
I'm not even fully disagreeing with that. But if we're playing against Man City, I'm sorry, I'm playing Endo. I'm playing. There's no way I'm putting Endo up against Haaland.
I'll lose the midfield battle.
No way I'm doing that.
We lose the midfield battle without Grav against Man City.
They kill us in midfield, and then there's no point in having them at centre back.
Yeah, absolutely would.
So you think if we was to play a pivot of Jones and Soboslai, or McAllister and Soboslai, and this is no disrespect to City, but their midfield ain't the greatest. That midfield isn't getting absolutely battered up by Man City's midfield.
We're still not going to win the battle. Plus, Haaland versus Endo. You lot want to see that?
I don't want to see it, but I'd rather see that than what I'd see if I had to.
I'm telling you now, I would rather see Jones and Soboslai playing against Reinders and what's his name, and this version of what's his name after his knee injury, rather than watching Endo trying to play centre back against Haaland. No way do I want to see Endo against Haaland. No way.
Drift.
I do believe Gravenberch is probably a better centre back than Endo.
He's just a better footballer.
He's a better footballer, but it weakens the rest of the team.
No, but not to a detrimental point.
No, it is to a detrimental point.
Jones and Soboslai playing in a pivot is actually a pretty good pivot.
It don't work. Them two don't work well together.
Drift.
They've only played together once, bro. Come on,
and it was bad. It was really bad.
What was
it? The Bournemouth game, right?
No, the Bournemouth game was Soboslai and McAllister, and it got ran through for a large part of the game because there's no one. And the manager came out
playing that Bournemouth game.
Yes,
I don't.
Yeah, because he got the assist for the Ekatike goal. The point is,
And
the
plus,
manager
that's
came
just
out
because
afterwards.
McAllister's in form. If we put an informed McAllister in that role, remember, everybody's thinking about McAllister being out of form at the moment. If you put an informed McAllister in that pivot with Szoboszlai, yeah, it won't be as good as when Gravenberch is there, but it don't automatically become some rubbish midfield.
The problem is drift.
Teams would box us in and press the hell out of us.
The problem is
But we're
drift.
Liverpool. We just do what we do and we play well.
Yeah,
We've still got Salah and
we do
and
that with the players in the position, though.
We do what we do with Grav in the midfield. That's what we do with Grav in the midfield.
Anyway, this is all considering Konate and Gomez get injured, which hopefully they don't. You get
so you lot are saying that if we don't have Gravenberch in midfield, we're just fucked. Is that what you lot are saying?
No,
I don't agree with that. I think we can handle it.
All I'm going off is the fact
we're not
that
as good.
all I'm going off is the
Yeah,
fact
but we're
that
not
the
as good
manager
without
in the
our
immediate
centre-back, so we've got to figure out which is the best one.
But drift, it's a case of, do I cut my nose off to spike my face and then I'm fucked in two areas, or do I just bite the bullet, put Endo at centre back, trust Van Dijk can lift his level up, trust that having my first choice midfield out in front can limit the chances that he's got to face, or do I go right? We take Gravenberch out, which means instantly we're conceding 20% more chances because Gravenberch defensively is very good. So now the 20% more chances are going on to Gravenberch at centre back, who's slightly better than Endo at centre back in different aspects. But again, it's not the greatest. So then the makeshift defence is facing 20% more chances. Not great. Or do I go, right, I could put Endo and Van Dijk.
Is that even factual?
Do Liverpool face more chances against them when Ryan Gravenberch isn't in midfield compared to when he is? That's a fact.
Well, again, it would depend on your position, because I'm not saying you're wrong. But if we're playing against, like, Inter Milan, and then he's got obviously pair up against Thuram. If we're playing Man City and he's got to play against Haaland, I'm putting Gravenberch as centre back in that moment. I do not want Endo up against 6'3", 6'5" strikers.
Once again, let's hope Konate and Gomez are the ones that are playing.
But then, Drifty, you get into the situation of, yes, Gravenberch might be able to deal with the Thuram and a Haaland slightly better than what Endo can. I don't think it's that big a difference to all six. I think Endo's a very smart defender, but I'll give you that. Gravenberch is physically able to keep up with them more. But the problem is, with Gravenberch out of midfield, where normally they'd create 2 chances for the striker, they're now creating 4 chances for the striker, and Gravenberch can't handle it 4 times. He might be able to handle it twice, but he can't handle it 4 times, so they're still going to get their moments. I would rather it be a case of Gravenberch's in midfield, so my midfield's at full strength. We can control games better. We can win our duels in the midfield. We're totally set up there. And we just have to protect one player rather than the midfield isn't at full strength, so it's a little bit easy to pass through. We're still trying to protect that one player at centre-back because he's not a centre-back. I just think it makes it too obvious.
So Tom, let me ask you this. So how do we navigate this season with that level of, like, worry? Because Gravenberch can't play 108 games. So how do we actually navigate this season then? What game do we pick for Gravenberch to be rested? Because Gravenberch cannot play all 38 Premier League games and all, hopefully, 14 Champions League games, or however many it is to get to a final.
Yeah,
so what do we then do about that situation?
You're not doing it now. All Gravenberch needs to do is see me through till January.
I think the question is more how do we manage Konate? I think the question is more how do you manage Konate and Virgil's minutes? I think that's the big question.
Can I ask you a question? Why are we assuming that Konate and Gomez are both going to be hurt though at the same time?
No, I'm not. That's why I just asked. I think the better question is how do we manage Konate and Virgil's minutes? Because now that there's no Leoni, unfortunately, I think Konate and Virgil will have to play games that they wouldn't have been playing before.
Okay, here's the thing. Next 3 games, I think they were going to play anyway. Next 3 games. Palace, Galatasaray, Chelsea, both of them are probably going to play anyway.
They play the next pretty much 5-6 because after that, United and Frankfurt, they'd play them.
Yeah. What about Coppers where I would?
No,
by the way,
Frankfurt, I would actually rest.
It's Frankfurt away. You kind of got to.
Nah, but you know what? If we drop some points in the Champions League group phase, it's not the end of the world. Like we got to pick and choose now. We can't just be playing. I'm not playing Virgil and Ibu in that Frankfurt game.
But we played them in like Leipzig last season.
To be fair, you could go Gomez and Konate.
You've got Gomez as well. But I'll be honest, Van Dijk's playing a lot more games. Van Dijk is playing pretty much every game.
Which is the one
but in this situation, I wouldn't though. That's what I'm saying. We gotta change it up a little bit now.
You've got to stomach that though. you're gonna have to stomach that until January when you can get Gahey in, and then you can start playing catch up on his rest with the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup and some league
And
games.
that Carabao Cup, the Crystal Palace game, and I think there's one more Carabao Cup game before January, right? It'll be before the semi-final, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So there's two more rounds of the Carabao Cup. I'm not playing either Ibu or Virgil in either of those two games.
I'm gonna be so honest with you guys, and I can say this because it's safe space because we're on Kop-Ish. I'll be honest with you, I don't give a fuck about the Carabao Cup. Genuinely.
I don't care unless we're in the final, Husam. I agree. Unless we're in the
bro,
final.
we lose to Crystal Palace at Anfield. Like, I'll be mad in that moment, but like literally like 2 hours later, there are zero fucks given. I'm gonna be so honest with the chat. You can call us arrogant or me arrogant for having this opinion, but the Carabao Cup is beneath us.
Oh, Sam.
No trophies ever beneath the Liverpool Football Club.
Liverpool Football Club, man.
I think
I wouldn't go that far,
bro. Premier League and Champions League right now is the priority. And actually, to be fair, I'd like us to win an FA Cup because we have a horrendous record in the FA Cup. So I want us to win the FA Cup.
Horrendous.
Yeah, Tom. We have a bad record in the FA Cup for a big club.
We've won like the third most FA Cups of all time.
See this Tom guy? Here we go. I'm gonna Google it right now because I know what I say.
I think it's Arsenal, Man United, and then.
Then us, we've won it 8 times.
Wait.
We've won the FA Cup 8 times.
The only thing negative I'm gonna say about
and Arsenal won it 14. That's my point.
That doesn't make
we
it
have
a
the
shit
most
record.
Carabao Cups, but we have the most Carabao Cups, but we're 6 FA Cups away from Arsenal. My God, Tom, you gaslit me there unnecessarily.
No, but you said we've got a horrendous record in the FA
That's
Cup.
not a horrendous
I said
record.
for being the biggest club, guys.
It's still not a horrendous record, bro.
Okay, guys, we have a bad record. Happy, you know?
It's not a
even
bad record.
Arsenal just got.
We have a mediocre record.
It's not a mediocre record. It's a decent record.
Guys, we're not Crystal Palace. We're Liverpool.
We
8 FA Cups is fine.
And also, by the way, even in the modern era, like we haven't won that many FA Cups since 1990. How many FA Cups have we won? 2006,
Like
the
4.
Klopp one.
2001, 2006.
The Klopp one was the one after.
Did we not win one in 92? Or was that the Milk Cup or whatever it's
No,
called?
the Spice Boys lost in it in the final.
That was 96.
Yeah, they won
96.
92, 2001, 2006, 2022. So
Yeah,
we won
4
it
FA
4
Cups
times.
in the modern era. You see? But how many Carabao Cups did we win? A lot, by the way.
In the modern, since 1990, about 5, I think.
It might
think
be
more.
it might be 4.
No, because Klopp won 2. Klopp alone won 2.
Kenny
1,
won
2,
one.
3, 4,
Kenny
6.
won 1.
So it's 6.
0-1. 6.
Yeah.
More Carabao Cups than FA Cups. I knew it.
That's not. Yes, everyone sort of knew that, but it doesn't mean it's now a bad record.
Guys, I'm saying what my statement, you see, this is the problem. I understand why Drifty gets annoyed. My point is we are 14 FA Cups Arsenal, 8 FA Cups us. Carabao Cup, we already have the most. So I want us to win more FA Cup.
FA Cup. I said I
That's
don't
it.
think anyone's disputing that.
Why you always make
I'll
it
ask you
like I
guys.
say something crazy? I didn't.
If
That's
we
it.
can't get Gahey in January, do we go for someone else?
Yeah, we have to buy a centre back.
We have to.
And this comes back to why I was annoyed in the summertime. I know everyone was like, Drift man, we'll still get him, don't worry. It wasn't just about wanting the player because I really like the player. It was also because of the worry about this. And I just think that Liverpool, that was the only ball that we dropped in the summertime. And it's not just me doing it in hindsight. I was screaming it throughout the whole, pay that extra, get it done early. Why did we wait till the deadline to try and get Gahey? That really still winds him up to this day. And the Leoni thing has just compounded that annoyance.
We didn't though, Drift. We put in our
Yes,
offer.
we did, bro. We could have just
did.
gave Crystal Palace 10 mil more and we'd have just got it done weeks before. And there would have been none of this problem. None of this problem. And we was and ahhing just because we wanted to be
we
cheap.
went on. We put the offer in after the Community Shield.
Bro, we didn't give them enough money to let them for them to be
We
like,
gave
yeah,
them,
you know
we
what,
put 35 million pounds on the table after the Community Shield.
It wasn't the money, Drift. So the Brighton defender they tried to get.
Community Shield's too late, Tom, as well. We should have done it way before that. The season
We don't
started at that
have
point.
the Community Shield. We couldn't. That was a month before. the transfer window shut.
We should have got it done. If we knew he was the player we wanted, we should have got it done when we were doing everyone else. Why do we long out trying to get him over the line?
Because they wanted every possible opportunity to keep him.
It wasn't about the money. It was to do with the replacement.
They tried to get about the money, Cal. If they knew, so if there was about the replacement, why were they only trying to scramble around on the final day to get a replacement?
They were trying to get replacements all summer, bro.
Were they? Were they really? There were no real links. There was only the one guy, the French guy that they tried to get, Diamonde. After that, who else did they try and get?
Drift. They didn't get a replacement. If that Brighton player goes to Crystal Palace, we have Gahey in our squad. And
to be honest with you, if you give them the right money, that replacement stuff, we can't keep on going, no club will sell until they get the replacement. Is that how football's been forever? No. There's loads of occasions where you get the money first, then you buy the player.
No, value. No, that's how good teams run, Drift. If we'd offered them 50 mil, they would have took it and Gahey would be a Liverpool player. I'm telling you, there is no way that anybody can convince me that we did not long it out because we didn't want to pay over what was market value with him only having a year left. If we'd have just give them 50 mil or 55 mil, even if it seems like, you could have got him for free next year. I don't care. We've got an absolute top quality player in the squad and we're only down 10 mil or whatever on what we would have paid before. He completed his medical and was wearing the Liverpool tracksuit and did media. It is not the club's fault.
But it fell through because we took the risk of leaving it to the last minute.
No, it fell through.
We didn't take any risk. We put it off there.
All right. No worries.
We can't do anything. We can't do anything.
The way we did it was fine. You're right. The way we did it was fine.
Bro, don't do the petty thing, bro, just because we're proving you wrong. Like,
you're not proving me wrong at all. There's nothing you said that's proving me wrong.
If he did the media stuff, no, we are proving you wrong. A bid was accepted. He did his medical. He was wearing the Liverpool stuff, and he completed his media obligation for the club.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace.
So why is he not a Liverpool player?
You're not letting me finish, bro.
No, I know everything you're saying. Why is he not a Liverpool player?
So what's the point of me explaining then? What you're
explaining is not true. Liverpool did not need to wait till the final day to have a bid for game.
So I'm wrong, but what you're saying is true.
It is common sense that if you pay over what the player's worth, the club will say.
Are you right and I'm wrong? Yes or no?
What I'm saying, if you go and look at the history of football, if you overpay for a player,
I don't care about history. I don't care about the history of football.
So you're just going to get rid of all of the reality of what football is just because you want to have a point on this? If we'd have paid over,
having a point. You just said I'm wrong. So tell me I'm wrong then.
Because Gahey's not a Liverpool player, so we didn't do it the right way.
All right, cool.
We didn't do it the right way because Gahey's not a Liverpool player.
So anytime we don't sign a player, it's automatically Liverpool's fault.
No, I didn't. How do you come to that agreement?
No.
We're talking about Gahey, and if he was our number one centre-back target, we should have just done what it took to get it done.
Yeah, Drift.
And
what happened was
we wanted to pay cheap. And we didn't want to overpay.
We weren't trying to be cheap. If we were trying to be cheap, we would have offered 20 million. We offered what they accepted 3 weeks before they accepted it. We sat there at the Community Shield and put 35 million pounds on the table. They said, no, we're going to wait because we want them for the fucking Europa Conference League qualifiers. We can't get a replacement in. So we went, okay, you can have them for that. And then we'll do a deal at 35 million. That's
why did Eze go to Arsenal? Because they wanted Eze for the Europa League game as well. Why did Eze go to Arsenal?
Jeremy Pino. They got to
replace their replacement for him.
Come on.
If we'd have got Gahey in July, they would have been able to find a replacement for him as well.
So why didn't they find one?
We did minimal business in July, though, for an obvious reason.
Forget it.
You just asked me a question about
why they did one piece of business in July for an obvious reason.
They had a replacement.
Who did Leverkusen have a replacement for Wirtz?
They bought. I'm pretty sure they bought
Tillman, Malik Tillman from PSV.
Come on,
man. And why was it no issue? Because it was done so early, they didn't have to worry about deadline day or any of that shit. They just knew they had the whole summer to get it sorted out.
Also, no, there's so many other factors that you're not factoring in, though, Drift.
It's fine.
Bayern Leverkusen accepted. Bayern Leverkusen accepted that Wirtz was going.
Liverpool didn't do anything wrong by not trying harder to get Gahey earlier in the window. Fair enough.
There was nothing we could do. So we let's just say we were on and on about the centre back. We sell Quanta. That's when everyone's starting to say they want a centre back. Quanta goes mid-June, I think. We might have pushed in July, but from July 3rd to July 20th, no business was done. No, we did no business at a football club for 3 weeks in July for obvious reasons.
So if you lot are telling me that the reason we didn't get Crystal Palace's player is because Crystal Palace didn't have a replacement, because that's how you do good business, then why did Liverpool do bad business and sell Kwanzaa before we had a replacement?
Because we wanted to sell it.
Fair question.
We got Leoni.
No, you can't just give me a why. So we did bad business.
Yeah, in that aspect, yeah.
Okay, so my point stands. Liverpool did bad business with the whole game.
No, but you're changing.
We got our replacement for fucking Quanta.
We got Leoni. You're changing the narrative to suit your argument. We're speaking about.
No, I'm not. I'm just making a point because you guys are trying to tell me Liverpool didn't make a mistake.
You're right.
In the game, I am right. I know I am.
Guys, I think you're losing your shit for no reason. There is truth. There is truth to both of what you guys are saying. We should have probably put our foot on Crystal Palace's neck and executed a little bit earlier. But the reason why Tom and Callum are making a fair point, the reason why. So you went at Drifty for interrupting you. You interrupted me.
No, I'm asking, did we sign Leoni? Yes or no?
Yes, that's not the point. Cool. The point is the following. I think there is truth to both sides of the argument. I'm not a fence sitter. You guys know I'm a very opinionated guy. I have strong opinions, but at the end of the day, when I think there is truth in both sides of the argument, I think there's truth in both sides of the argument. I'm simply saying I think we should have put our foots on Crystal Palace's neck and forced the issue a little bit more. So I agree with that from Drifty, and we definitely shouldn't have left it to final day. But the reason why Callum and Tom also are making a valid point is the bid was accepted, and then eventually, basically, the Crystal Palace owner was busy in Soho getting a massage as we're trying to sign Mark Gahey. And then after that, Oliver Glasner does a 180. So I think Crystal Palace are probably more to blame as to why Liverpool don't have Mark Gahey currently. Now, how can we fix this moving forward? I think we can fix this moving forward by just signing Gahey January 1st. I think there is literally no point waiting, because here's the thing. Let's say in January, and I'm going to be very generous to Crystal Palace. Let's say in January, we pay 15 million for Mark Gahey. Very generous offer. You get me? Very respectful. We're not doing too much. That 15 million, no exaggeration, could be the difference between us winning a Prem or not, or us winning the Champs or not. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm being dead serious right now.
We won't get him for 15 million.
It could be the difference.
6 months left on his deal. We won't get him.
No, I think 15 million is very fair. No. I think the initial bid by Liverpool might even be 10 million. I'm not even.
No, bro, because you have to do what Cal was saying before and think about what they're going to be looking at. We're going to have to pay about 30 mil from in January. They're not going to.
But hear me out.
Sorry, can I read Glasner's
quotes? Won't be Palace manager at the time.
Can I read Glasner's quotes? Can I read Glasner's quotes? I think it's the last time I want to talk about it. I never threatened to leave the club. I didn't have to threaten anybody. There were no bad intent. There were no bad tensions between the chairman and myself. It was really just a discussion about sports, and he decided against the money and for the sporting perspective of Crystal Palace. Big credit to the chairman. At the end of my many discussions, it was the chairman who asked me, Oliver, do you think we can manage the season when we sell Mark? I said, honestly, we can't manage in the short term. If you want a scenario for Crystal Palace, if you want this scenario for Crystal Palace and you're fine with it, sell Mark. If you don't want this, you have to do this, then we have to keep him. And then he decided we keep him. If Mark Gahey, if Crystal Palace got...
Oh, you actually believe that?
I don't believe him one bit.
You actually believe that, bro? I agree with Nick. I don't believe him one bit. To go, yeah, I threw my toys out the pram and said I'm done.
Yeah, I don't believe him at all.
Come on, bro. Don't do that, bro. There's no way Glasner's telling the truth, bro.
So what reason has he got to lie?
Because it makes him look like a crybaby.
Because he's not going to go out to the media and go like, yeah, I did
a professional and says,
yeah, bro.
Let's just blame Liverpool, innit? It's Liverpool's fault. It's Liverpool's fault.
Fucking hell, bro.
It's Liverpool's fault.
There's no way Glasner's admitting that.
Okay, it's Liverpool's fault.
It's more Liverpool's fault than Palace's.
I don't see how.
Think that Glasner would go publicly and say like, yeah, by the way, I threatened to leave Palace.
So why do you think he said in the short term no? Because if they sold Mark Gahey, who's coming in for Crystal Palace? Who's their replacement for Mark Gahey?
If they knew that Gahey was leaving,
can someone just answer my question?
Why didn't they make extra
someone
effort
answer
to
my question? Who is Mark Gahey's replacement at Crystal Palace? One word answer. Who is it?
They don't have one.
All right.
They don't have
So it's
one.
not about the
Because
money.
they didn't need to buy one because they didn't sell Gahey early in the window and they were trying to keep Gahey.
So
In
why were
fact,
they
I
trying to
wouldn't
get
be
the
surprised
Drift,
if they did it
Drift.
on purpose.
Gosh.
Drift. The big change happened after the Aston Villa game when Crystal Palace played Aston Villa and they won 3-0. After that game, Mark Gahey went to Glasner and to Steve Parish and went, I want to leave. That's why we got everything done on deadline day. And then right at the last second, Glasner threw his toys out the pram. The deal was pulled. The plug on the deal was pulled.
And the player they were trying to get,
both
where
of
did that
them-
player end up? West
He
Ham.
went to West Ham and he's not even playing there.
It's not
But
hard.
the reason why I know that is because a deal sheet was submitted. To submit a deal sheet, both clubs need to sign an official document saying we are trying to get this deal done. Both
It
clubs.
is irrelevant.
Glasner
whether
is a
a
liar,
deal
by the
sheet
way. I
was
don't buy what
signed,
he said
bro.
at all.
So let me ask you this: if everything could happen the same, but there was a week left of the transfer window, or there was 2 weeks left of the transfer window, would it not have still meant we could have got the deal done because they would have had time to get a replacement, and we could have renegotiated, even if put more, whatever the situation is. The only reason it fell through is because it was on the final day.
That part I
Liverpool
agree with. Drift.
Should have never left it till the final day. And I'll be honest with you, as much as I love Gahey and I want it to be Gahey, we should have done it early enough that if that happened, we can pivot and go and get another target.
Drift.
Regardless of whatever the situation is, Liverpool should have never left themselves in a situation where if Crystal Palace do what they did, Liverpool are left with no option but to go into the season with 4 centre-backs, one of which is an 18-year-old. You have no idea how he's going to adapt, and one of which is a very injury-prone, unreliable Joe Gomez. If you're not going to tell me that that is good business, then I do not know what's the point in us ever
You would be right. You
criticising
would be
anything
right,
about
Drift.
what the club do.
You would be right if the offer we submitted on the day of the Community Shield was different to the one that was accepted. The fact is, the day we submitted the offer of 35 million quid, the day of the Community Shield, they kept delaying it so they could use Gahey. There is no point in us bidding against ourselves when it doesn't matter if we offer them 35 or 60. They were not selling him until they qualify for Europe.
Says who?
Says the fucking chairman. Says the manager.
So if we'd have bought Gahey in July, because you keep forgetting, you keep talking about the charity shield when the season has started. If we'd have bought Gahey in July, they would have had ample time to buy a replacement. Why did we even let the season start?
Because something happened in July, which meant the club did fuck all business for 20 days. And then
we could have done it even before that, bro. We had Verts in the door before that. Frimpong, Kirkes. Why? If he was our number one target, we could have got it done at any point.
Why didn't we get
Isak? Any point.
All right, cool. So why didn't we get Isak sooner then?
Because that was a completely different situation. It's 150 mil. Newcastle had 3 years left on his contract, which puts them in way more power. And then it became, you saw what happened with that whole thing.
What was the fundamental reason why Newcastle weren't selling Isak to Liverpool Football Club?
Pride and no replacement.
So basically no replacement.
And pride. They definitely didn't like being mugged off in public. 100%.
Okay, you can say the same thing about Palace then. So the exact
but
same.
It wasn't mugging Crystal Palace off. Nobody was buying
we
Palace.
We gave Newcastle over 100-odd million. That's not
yeah,
mugging.
But they were embarrassed publicly. It was a totally different scenario.
So basically,
Newcastle was being publicly embarrassed. Totally different.
So if Newcastle had got one of Sesko or whoever, would we have got Isak sooner? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Cool. I understand.
What's that got to do with Gahey?
I mean, it's pretty simple what it's got to do with Gahey. Crystal Palace
No,
signed a
it
replacement.
doesn't.
Okay, cool.
So when was our first official bid put in for Gahey?
The day of the Community Shield.
Okay, and when was our first
Community
official
Shield?
bid put in for Isak?
Or before that, I believe.
Not only that, we had Ekitike in the door, so we knew we had one of our main targets.
We had Leoni in as well.
He's an 18-year-old. He was definitely not coming in to be a major role in the team.
Still a centre back. Okay. And we only got Ekitike in because we only got Ekitike in, as Slot said to Ali McCoy yesterday. We only got Ekitike in because of what happened to Diogo.
Yeah, but he was still there if we didn't get Isak, right? We still had that player in the door, and even that would have still been a problem. If we had failed to get Isak on the final day, we would have been all sitting there thinking, rah, we kind of messed up, you know. It's just thankfully we got him through the door.
Because they got a replacement.
No, but that doesn't matter on our behalf. What are we doing if we don't get Isak? If we're all sitting here now and Newcastle had for whatever reason, not let us have Isak, we'd all be sitting here right now with the Ekatike red card in the League Cup thinking, what the hell do we do against Crystal Palace? Would we not all still be sitting here saying exactly the same thing? So thank God Isak actually did get over the line in the end. But we left that late, and that would have been the same scenario we're in with the Gahey one. Yes or no?
What you mean where the bid was accepted, he did his medical and all that stuff?
No, that Liverpool shouldn't have left it so late and should have maybe pivoted to another idea because it was a massive risk to leave it that late.
What striker do we pivot to apart from Isak then?
I don't know, but it shouldn't have been a case of if Newcastle say no on the final day, what the hell do we do? It should have never been that. We're trying to defend our title. Thank God it happened.
Because
so we should have just forgot about Isak.
No, I'm not saying we should have forgot about Isak. I'm saying that we should have, and I'm not even going to keep going because we got Isak, so that's neither here nor there. With Gahey, we should have tried to get him way earlier, and then if it had failed, we could have got a replacement, and we'd have a senior centre-back at the club now, so we wouldn't be so panicked arguing about who's playing centre-back out of Endo and Gravenberch.
I'm not panicked over it.
Everything was sorted from our side.
I can't criticise the club for how the Gahey deal fell through because we didn't do anything wrong on that front.
Okay.
Someone just said, meanwhile, Matt is wondering why we don't just use Hippia.
Some super chats. No, 2 draws, 1 loss, and a 1-0 win since Glasner joined Crystal Palace. He does seem to have our number, to be fair. Alier says, Tom, your boy is on 250k Kopology Gakpo.
Yeah, you don't believe everything you see on Kopology, then.
Oh.
Kopology
if he was on 250k, then that puts Liverpool in the position with the Kanai situation, if I'm going to be honest. So they're going to have to match that or up Kanai's contract to 250 or more, because he's just as important to the squad as Gakpo, if not more important, to be honest.
They've not doubled Gakpo's wage. I promise you that for a fact. They've not doubled his wage.
Yes. Sean C. Endo not in. Bring him to close form rhythm, in my opinion.
I don't think you need form or rhythm to win fouls, kick people, give away fouls. That's just how you are as a footballer.
Real McCoy says rather have Reece Williams until Jan.
That's crazy, brother.
I'm playing Reece Williams and Gomez Carabao Cup. I respectfully disagree. Appreciate it.
I never, ever want to see Reece Williams wear a Liverpool shirt ever again.
Alier Drift always wants to blame the club. It's not our fault. Goes on to say the Jota situation affected our business.
I blame the club where the club need to be blamed.
Ash says drift right on Gahey. If we paid the asking price in June, July, or early July, they would have accepted as they would have had time. We didn't make a serious offer until late. Palace had control of this transfer. The Rational Red RV says that we use this good relationship with Crystal Palace for Wharton, in my opinion.
Fair. Very fair logic.
Gangan Deep, if reports are true that Palace only wanted 40 mil for Gahey, why couldn't we have just paid the money early in the window, June, July, giving Palace 2 to 3 months to get adequate replacement? Worth it, in my opinion.
That I agree with.
Which is literally what I was trying to say the whole time.
But everything I've read is that they weren't going to sell Gahey before they got into Europe because the manager didn't want him.
I read quotes from Glasner and I'm told he's lying, but everyone else's reports are correct. It's mad, isn't it?
No, but Cal, you know he's not going to sit there and say, yep, I threw a strop. It'll make him look so unprofessional. He'd never, ever sit there and admit that.
And reports also came out yesterday that Ekatike was docked 2 weeks worth of wages, and slots come out today and shut those down as well.
So just quickly then, if it wasn't Glasner, why the deal didn't go through, why did the club accept the bid and then on the same day say no?
Glasner is 100% lying.
Because they couldn't get Igor from Brighton. I've said this about 16 times. He was the replacement. He went to West Ham. He
went to West Ham before, or he chose to go to West Ham either before or literally the same time we had our bid accepted.
He was going
because I remember how the day played out. That the news he was picking West Ham came out before the bid was accepted for Gahey. I remember the day.
Hence why.
So how did that
hence
have the
why
effect?
the chairman said we can still sell Gahey, but will we survive? And the manager says no, we won't survive. Hence why they kept him, because they didn't get Igor in. I spoke to Rich about this, who is a Palace fan and knows what's going on, and he even corroborated this as well.
So they said yes and then said no within the short space of time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know why that's so shocking. That's literally what happened.
I'm not saying it's shocking. I'm saying we shouldn't have left it till the final day for any of this to have happened.
But I'd agree with you, Drift. If we submitted the offer on the fucking deadline day, then I'd go, why the fuck we've waited that long? That's where I'd agree.
We could have paid them over the asking price way earlier in the window. We just could have. There's no way Crystal Palace to say no to 45, 50 mil, even if you've got to go that high in June or early July.
He's not worth that though, is he? The club have evaluation on his worth.
The only reason he's cheap is because he's only got a year left. Of course he's worth that much. But he's definitely worth that much.
So Drift, we sit there in fucking whenever you're saying June, and we put 55 million quid on the table for Gahey. What the fuck are our negotiations like with Newcastle?
It wouldn't have needed to be 55 then. We could have paid 45 or 50 at the most at that
point. We'll go 50. Yeah. We pay 50. We pay 50 for Gahey. What the fuck are the rest of it? When we go to Frankfurt for Ekatike, when we go to Newcastle.
No, football doesn't work like that, man. It isn't if you do one bid, all of a sudden everybody else is mugging you off. Football doesn't work like that.
What do you think happens to what do you think happens to Man United?
But Man United have got a history of being crap at negotiating.
Exactly.
That is not the same.
It had to have started somewhere, didn't it?
No, bro. They just had poor people in charge that didn't know what they were doing, and they have a long history of terrible decision making.
Drift.
It doesn't work like that.
If you want to buy Husam's laptop and Husam's laptop's worth £1,000, and Husam says I'm not selling for less than £2,000, and you buy it, anything you come to me to buy, I'm going to double the price as well. Because I've seen you're willing to do it before, so I'm going to take my chances.
Okay, so how comes Liverpool haven't been mugged off for every transfer we've made after we paid 35 mil for Andy Carroll?
Because we have different people now. And look how many years that took us to reboot. Look how many years that took us to reboot.
It took us a while to be. We were paying fucking 25.
Who did we overpay for after Andy Carroll?
Stuart Downing, Charlie Adam.
No, we didn't.
Do you say we didn't overpay for We didn't overpay for
At
Nunes.
the time, Nunes was the going rate for a striker. There were very few strikers in the world.
Drift.
We only overpaid.
Nunes was the most.
Nunes
was the most expensive striker that summer.
64 mil for Nunes only looked bad because he failed. If he was a success, then it wouldn't have been overpaid.
Well, yes, that's what happens when. Yeah, that's how overpaying works.
No, overpaying means you know from the jump he's not worth it, like Anthony to Man United. Everybody knew from the beginning what the hell are they doing. That is what you call overpaying.
And a lot of people felt the same way about Nunes.
Okay, and the gap between Carroll and Nunes is so huge that if you're going to tell me that makes it we get mugged off, but if we pay overpriced for a player, then that is a massive.
You're acting like in between. You're acting like in between that we weren't also doing shit deals again. We paid 35 million quid for Christian Benteke, massive overpay there. We paid about fucking 16 million for Balotelli,
and you think that was because we overpaid for Carroll?
Yes, because in that period, did we have a good window? Did we have a good window, Drift, where we got value for money on every deal from 2011 till about 2017? The answer's no.
Forget it. Andy Carroll's why we overpaid for players.
You're all right, boys. I'm off. I'm going to go to school run. Catch up with you guys in a bit.
See you.
Unbelievable. Anyway,
Drifty, we can't control the stream, or you've done it.
No, it's fine. I'm on it. It just seems to be one rule for one and another for another. It's actually crazy that you lot think that because we overpaid for Andy Carroll, it meant that we overpaid for all the other players we bought afterwards because of one deal.
No one said that. But the point
is... but you guys are trying to tell me we'd have paid 45 mil for Gahey. It fucks up future deals because everyone thinks we're mugs that overpay.
It can do, yeah.
come on, man.
100% it can do.
Come on, man. In football, there are constantly people overpaying for players. That is the way football is. But you don't build up a reputation for being mugs unless you do it multiple times, unless you have people in charge who are terrible and don't know what they're doing, like Woodward was at Man United and like Bowley and whoever the other guys are at Chelsea. There is no other example other than Man U and Chelsea who are poorly run, where every now and again you don't pay over the odds to just get your player without everyone looking at you going, you lot are crap, you lot don't know. It doesn't work like that. If we'd have paid 45 million for Gay, it would have not meant we get mugged off in future deals. What are we talking about?
If we show Crystal Palace that day, we pay 50 million quid for Gahey. What happens then is that all these other clubs go, well, they want to go. They'll just pay whatever we want to get the player in, and then their asking prices start higher. And then when we start negotiations, they use what we done with Gahey over our heads and go, well, you done that with them, so you do it with us. That's how negotiations work.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, Tom. If we'd have paid 80 million for Gahey, then I'd agree with you. I'd be like, everyone would be like, oh, they're mugs. They're just spending money. Gahey is an £80 million defender who's worth the amount he's worth now because he's only got a year left on his contract. If you pay 10 mil more than what his market value with a year left would be, nobody's going to look at you and go, you mugs. Every time you come for a player now, we're going to overcharge you. Nobody would do that.
And because Mark Gahey will play so good for us, he'll probably be worth like 80 million by the end of the year.
This is what nobody would ever look at Liverpool as mugs for paying 45 mil for Gahey. Nobody.
Guys, I'm not interested in this debate, which is why I didn't get involved. I think the fact that Glasner won't even be Palace manager come January time is the reason why we're going to get Mark Gahey.
And do you know what? To be fair,
we all know Amorim is getting sacked and Glasner is going to be United manager. We all know this. It's the worst kept secret in football.
100%. There's quite a few people that will say some of the other players that we bought we overpaid for. Does that mean we're going to get mugged? I'm not going to lie. Ekitike's price tag was pretty hefty. Did we get mugged off? Do you know? Did we? Did we get mugged off paying that much for Ekitike? With one season, even though we're happy he's here and he's a great player, in hindsight, yeah. But at the time, one good season, were we not overpaying for Ekitike, Tom?
Yeah.
So why didn't we get mugged off with every other person we tried to buy then?
Because we bought one other fucking player after.
But you said if we overpaid for Gahey earlier in the summer,
because you're asking us to do it early in the summer before we bought all the other players. The only other player that we bought, bear in mind, when we paid for Ekitike, but when we bought Ekitike, Isak had already fucking basically handed in a transfer request. At that point, the situation's entirely different. My point is, you look at the Gahey thing. I get what you're saying. In the ideal world, you do it early. I don't think you should pay 50. You've got a price set in mind. You pay that price. The difference is, Palace's mindset was, they are not letting Gahey go until they've done their European games. That was set in stone the moment we put the bid in. Now, we could have put the bid in July, but something happened in July, which meant we did very minimal business in July. And the only business we did in July was to deal with the loss that we had. Now, maybe we could have done it in May or June. But in May and June, the feeling at Crystal Palace was they want to do everything they can to keep Gahey, and they're happy to keep him and lose him on a free. That only changed once we put the bid in, and their owner came out and said, we can't afford to lose Gahey on a free when there's money on the table. In January and in May, it was different.
If we'd have done it earlier in the window, they would have felt exactly the same way, bro. They knew he had a year left. They knew the money would have been too good to turn down, and Gahey would have told them the same thing. Guys, I want the Liverpool move.
But he only told them in the Liverpool move.
He would have said, I want the Liverpool move, and they would have had the entire summer to replace him. Anyway, let's just forget. We've been talking about it for way too long. Palace have known Gahey will leave for Liverpool or for free. Says Short Gun. Cody is on 250 plus, 62k bonus.
No chance.
Is this his new deal? Yeah. Is this what
that's what people
saying
say
his new deal is?
There is absolutely no chance Cody Gakpo ends up on 318k a week. at Liverpool Football Club.
I mean, if somebody can go and have a look and see if they can find any facts behind it. Mr. T says, for this window, replace one of our new signings to sign Gehi. Who are you replacing?
I mean, there's a very obvious one now, isn't there?
I mean, I don't know why would we have had to have done that anyway.
I mean,
Kirkers and I keep Robo and Simicas. Very easy answer for me.
How is that the answer you picked? I mean, with all due respect, I get rid of the one that now can't play for the rest of the season. Who plays at centre back?
That's cheap.
No, but that would be using hindsight. But I get even without hindsight.
But even in the moments, if I'm getting one centre back, I get Gehi.
Yeah. Even if I'm only getting one, I would have picked it over Leoni. Yeah, I agree with it. Endo should be fourth choice. If Robbo is there, Kirkes is overplayed. I agree with that. If Robbo keeps playing centre back, then it does mean you don't have another left back, which is just as risky. Grab there would be weaker in two positions. Endo is the only one who should be playing left centre back.
Look at the chat saying Woodman and Pesci. You guys are so shameless, bro. You guys aren't really answering the question.
And Ash says 45 isn't overpaying for Gehi. What we doing? Exactly.
I agree.
It isn't overpaying for Gehi. Paying 100 mil, paying 80 mil, paying 70. Yes, that's overpaying. Paying 45, possibly 50 for Gehi is not overpaying. There's no world where that's overpaying because he is a player valued higher than that, and only his contract is the reason why you can get him for cheaper. And I've seen players with 1 year left on their deal go for crazy money. Harry Kane went to Bayern Munich for 100 mil with 1 year left on his deal. Hazard, and I know these are world-class ballers. Hazard went to Real Madrid for 130 mil with 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we've seen
Hazard one was an overpay at the time.
Who?
Maybe the Hazard one was an overpay at the time.
Tom, they hid it from us, and then we found out later. Yeah, they didn't want us to know. Remember, in the reports, it was only like 80 mil.
No, they reported it was a 100 mil transfer.
Bro, we found out afterwards that it was over.
Even then, the last big transfer I can remember off the top of my head, where it was a player in the last year of the deal, Mason Mount, 60 mil. Everyone said they overpaid on that one. Fucking everyone said they overpaid.
Yeah.
When a player's in the last year of their deal, the price comes down. 45 million for a Gehi that's got 2 years left. Brilliant. 45 mil for the player that's got 1 year left is an overpay when the value's at 35. And it's that way because his value was 35 because they accepted 35. And the way I see football, I don't like overpaying at any point. I think you have a value set in mind. You don't go above that value. Otherwise, you run the risk of getting made to look like mugs in the market.
No, you don't look like mugs if you pay a price that everybody would consider reasonable, because people are also going to look at it from Crystal Palace's point of view and go, they need to get money because they're a club that don't have a lot. Like, do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's leave it there. Big up everyone in the chat. Hope everyone enjoyed this toxic show like it always is. Toxic Fridays, you know how it goes. We should be back again later tonight, guys. We're gonna have to try and figure out what is the best time. So stay tuned to the socials, put your notification on, and then you will know what is happening with that one. So stay tuned. We should have a show tonight. It's not 100%, but we should. So again, make sure you have that notification on so you know. Husam, Tom, you guys got anything coming up soon for the guys to know about?
11 p.m. Liverpool panel show. And yeah. Tom doesn't have anything coming up.
No.
Just don't lie to the audience.
I was pointing this question to us though.
And of course, guys, we will be back tomorrow for, in fact, you know what, guys, let me take this opportunity to actually remind everyone who doesn't know already. Bear with me 1 second, guys.
Tom knows why I'm laughing.
So, guys, we have, as you guys know, our fantasy game that we now play every week. So this week, obviously, is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. So if you go to Big Up, I will put the link in the chat now, actually, for everybody who doesn't know where to go. The link is in the chat right now, guys. So on the homepage, go to games. Once you're at games, scroll just down a little bit, and over here you can see Kop-Ish comp, Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. And then here, guys, pick your team. There are bonuses for early entry as well, points-wise. Free entry, guys, for this fantasy football game. And once you have submitted your team, you will be involved in this week's competition and up for a prize at the end if you win as well. Big up to the winners we've had so far. And it does close at kickoff. So make sure you get in there nice and early. And there are only 100 entries and there's 10 already used. So there's 90 entries left, guys. So be fast or you may miss out. So make sure you get over and join in. I haven't picked my team yet, but I will be picking my team. So yeah, guys, make sure you get over and do that and join in. Big up to everyone who has been joining in as well. We've been having a lot of fun with these fantasy games during the games as well. And also, if you didn't know already, guys, we are sponsored by okjersey.com. Make sure you put the code Kopish in to get an extra 8% off, people. And for everyone who keeps asking about the sizing as well, there is a size chart within the website as well. Most people are sizing up one size, but there is a size chart just to make sure you can check what your size is, people. Until then, I don't know what these lot are giggling about, but we will be back. And make sure you got your notifications on so you know if we go live later on today, people. Until then, big up your damn selves. Peace.